Where's? Yeah, just probably one more day. I'm feeling a whole lot better. I've been up all day. That means that I haven't been passing out off of them Theraflu pills, and I'm keeping these hot liquids in me. I think I should be all gravy sooner rather than later. But welcome to Damu Kiwe Conversations. Salute to everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we do have a special guest today. He came on time, so he's a special guest. Let's go ahead and show a little bit of respect. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. We got y'all here. Yeah.
Salute.
Let them know where they at, man.
Man, y'all already know. Livest podcast on the internet right now, man. Y'all know what it is. Dopest rooms on Clubhouse. Y'all hear the song. We got Duse M's, the Don. Yael, the Kiwe pop star. Salutes to the chats. That's where it's at. Salute to the mods on their job. And salute to friends that tapped in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all listening to the most authentic voices on YouTube and Clubhouse. The voices of the West Coast and the culture. Damu Kiwe Conversations.
Hey, man, nobody say that Damu Kiwe Conversations the way you say that Damu Kiwe Conversation.
Well, you know, brother, it's about the passion and the presence and how we lay down the law when it comes to ours. Blessings to the brother, blessings to the sisters, and blessings to all. Blessings, brother.
Hallelujah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but look, y'all hit that like button, share, tell a friend. We got the content. And I'm sure y'all gonna really enjoy it, man. Big U implicated in Nipsey's hustle, unalive.
Really, Deuce?
And the Shitty Loke story. Well, yeah, you know that people run their mouth like inches.
Bro.
We gotta wait 5 minutes to curse. You know, we can't curse before the 5 minutes. So
got you, sir.
People run their mouth like inches.
Ooh, I'm itching.
Shout out to Belina. I'll let y'all read that on the screen about Belina. You know?
Hey, man, listen. Salute to the team in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button as you enter. Welcome to the Damu Kiwe Conversations. Hey, Belina, if you don't believe me, I got something for you in the back panel.
The back panel is brazy. This boy crazy. But Belina say salute to the team and to the chat. Make sure you hit the like button as you enter. Welcome to Damu and Kiwe Conversation. I'ma call y'all back. We stay active in our chucks over here, so please make sure when you come in, you hit that like button. Stay active. I'm in the chat and share. Salute red and blue hearts. You already know what's up. Tanner Walker.
Tanner Walker.
How you
Deuce.
doing? Yeah.
I gotta read this comment from my boy Slim Gang TV.
All right, go ahead. DeMarcio, hey. Go ahead, bro.
Slim Gang TV, salute to you. Shout out to the Don, Red Dot, salute, and the Ya Father.
Oh, that's
Red
all.
Dot, Blue Dot, salute. Hey, man, that's going to be the new name that we're going to, hey, this ain't no moniker. Don't get it twisted. But we are going to acknowledge the Ya Father. Salute to Slim Gang TV for the name, man. Salute, brother. You know, you got the Don in the building. You know, the Don is very dominant and is very present. So we love that name. So we're going to go ahead and have the Don and the Ya Father collabing together. This is the blessings. These are the blessings, people.
Yeah, I tend to agree. But look at Steffi West. Man, that thing looking like a thoroughbred.
Oh, snaps. Oh, snaps. Can you see it from the back? Steffi West. Hey, if it don't wiggle, it don't got that jiggle. You can't get to Ya Yizzle.
Hey, Yeah, dude,
Come on,
smile
man.
in the chat. Blue heart, red heart, 2 active chucks, and a salute. Well, thank you. Kid the Barber. Shout out Damu Kiwe Conversations, Duke Sims and y'all, man. Salute to you, brother. I wonder if you at work today. Y'all hit the like button on y'all way in, though.
Y'all
Kid the
know I
Barber.
am. Hey, dude, somebody said we the Kobe and Shaq of this internet shit of stuff, bro. You know, so I
Hey,
mean, you
listen,
know,
man.
it's looking real three-peatish right now. You feel me?
Hey, listen, man. Well, you know, people been comparing themselves to us, and I find it so ironic because I don't really compare myself to no other YouTuber. I think we a lot different from a lot of these dudes. We make sure we're not just focused on streams. We don't gain our identity from streams. We gain our identity by sticking to a moral compass that we entered the game with, bringing content that can be thought provoking, entertaining, funny as hell, and sometimes deep. You know what I'm saying? And focusing on that. If we put out some product that we feel good about, then we can live if it only do 50 views. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, damn, nobody is feeling this real shit. I guess we too real for these niggas. I don't
Mm-hmm.
be fake with these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Can't be that for sure.
Yeah, but the truth of the matter is, as long as we feel we're putting out great product, if people will catch up with it, just like the CS2 back, people done caught up with that. Just like the Texas gun case, other YouTubers done caught up with that. Just like the boy being touched by his uncle and caught up with that. Just like Lucy Coochie Cannon is a snitch. Just like
Yo
your daddy.
That's for sure, for sure.
And people done caught up with that. Shout out to the Booby Trap. Ghost Man. Salute to you. Salute to the, what do you say? Booby Trap. Salute to the team. Oh, he probably meant team. Well, salute. Dinero Jones, salute to you. Hey, man, y'all hit that like button on y'all way in. As soon as y'all hit that like button, get the people up in here. Y'all going new member. Steffi West. Hey, you know what? Today it should be the day that we go over this content. Hopefully, I can figure out a way to run the content with all of the members. So after this live, we're gonna keep it as short as possible. So I can set up a members only live where we get to kick it with y'all. Steffi Weffy, I would love to hear your voice in person, as well as all of the other members. Really let y'all introduce yourself to us. And I want to go over something with y'all and just understand where y'all think we should take it with some of the video and stuff that we show y'all. It's exclusive. We want y'all to have y'all input because we are not the Damu Kiwe Conversation. We are hosts of the Damu Kiwe Conversation. The Damu Kiwe Conversation is the people. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all desire, hey, Selena, y'all desire, and it kind of help us influence which way we going with this thing moving forward. We'll be just fine. Nina 13. Whole city know that you became the one. Oh, yeah. Oh, y'all was all, yeah, you was on Clubhouse, so you heard us off that status symbol. You know what I'm saying? Whole city know that we became the one, y'all. You feel me? Slim Gang TV, man. We in this thing. Hey to everyone in the chat. Young Rome, a.k.a. Baby Dead. What's good, bro?
Man, listen.
Watch Baby for Life. Questions. Since when do real niggas come second? You know what I'm saying? Edward Bell, salute to y'all homies from Sweetport, Louisiana. Free the big OGU, man. Yeah, free Big U, man. My brother facing 600 years. 600 years, man. Lenny Love, salute to Duse. Salute to you too, Queen. 600 years, man. We're going to get right into a beautiful black lady. Man, I'm feeling a whole lot better. I just don't want to keep talking and spit going out and then it reinfest. I done cleaned up today, scrubbed the floor, disinfected the walls. You know what I'm saying? Try to get that shit up out of our house because the worst thing I want is for Maria to get sick and then pass it back to me, We can't keep meeting like this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Renegade Duchess, Medicated Wookie, salute Active Chucks in the chat. Hey, man, salute to y'all, man. Paul Pilato, God bless you guys. No, God bless you, brother. Just Bay Area's finest 650, Duse Sims. Sup, buddy? What's up, buddy? I didn't know we was buddies like that, but because you said it, I ain't got no problem with that, buddy. Hey, buddy. Yeah, let's get to this content real quick, man, because it's kind of crazy. Shout out to my guy, Two Gangster for YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, all our members, if you're watching this, tune in after the chat. As soon as I figure out how to do a members only live, we gonna introduce ourselves, get to chop it up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Duse.
Yeah.
I gotta read this comment, man. I gotta read it real quick.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
We got, where'd she go? Where'd Nina go? Did you skip that comment? Because I know I seen it just a few seconds ago. Hold on 1 second.
I'm going back down. The last one. Oh, there it goes. She saluted Mike. Laughing my ass off, Deuce.
I think Nina B said 600 years. Yeah, they think they funny because 600 years, they trying to compare that to 600. Yeah, 600 years is BS. They think they funny. Nina 13, you are absolutely right. I know the comparison of the 600 years because you got the 600 penny crip cop in the front representing the court. That's something that the street dudes don't support. You feel me? You know how that, you see how that bar went? Because that's what we don't do. And because that dude is one of the dudes who was first on the scene when the feds was being seen, we already know what that 600 means. So salute to you for pointing that out. Brother Duse and myself, we already know what it is. Salute.
Kid the barber say he works 7 days a week. He just like me.
Oh, hold on. We got a super chat too, brother.
Oh, well, let's get that out the way before we get to the chat.
We got the first super chat of the live. Salute to my guy exposing the script podcast. Salute to you with the $5 super chat. Y'all some real ones. Salute. And you a real one for that, man. Anything and everything that's given to the Damu Kiwe Conversations is always highly appreciated. Salute to you, your family, and your tribe.
Hey, yeah, salute to you, King. Hey, but look, I see you YouTubing. We got a whole lot of good content. We can use some good hands, man. You like that realness? We attracted to the same thing, man. And not no homo, no diddy. I'm just talking about that's the energy that is naturally is attracted to each other. You know what I'm saying? So hit us in the DM.
Facts.
We gonna link you with some of these other YouTubers in the team. And we just want to assist you and you assist us. And we gonna try to make something happen, continue to build each other's platform. That's what we on this internet for, man. Snake ass Eddie boy. Who got $1 for old Eddie boy?
Oh, please don't get me to start laughing today, bro.
Crackhead.
Oh man, here we go.
Hey, no. I'm gonna leave Crackhead Eddie alone. He keep on. I got something for him. He think I ain't got nothing for him. I'ma flame your crackhead ass up. Keep on playing, boy. Jungle Boy TV, salute. What up, though? Let's go, Pistons. Oh, here you go. Use a Piston fan. We gonna get into the content now.
What it do, YouTube? What it do? Big U just had his court day yesterday. Now, we all know that Big U got his bail denied, but a lot of people didn't know that 600 was there. My boy caused a big scene in the courtroom. Big U's family asked the judge to remove Lovejoy. This reminded me of what happened between Eddie Boy and Loose Cannon. Now let's talk about what happened in court. Ahead of the hearing, tensions ran high. Henley's family confronted Lovejoy, questioning why was he there in court and whether he was there to testify. And they accused Lovejoy, who has more than 100,000 Instagram followers, of being disrespectful to Big U. Lovejoy said, "I'm here supporting," is what he told the family, who, a woman identifying herself as Big U's sister. And 600 said the court. When Lovejoy walked into the courtroom, he sat in the front row and said this to Big U. How you doing, man? Henley did not respond back. Now let's stop it right there and break this all down. Lovejoy showed up to Big U's court. He was there to antagonize him in court. I guess he feels brave now that Big U is locked up. Lovejoy said he was there to support. And when Big U's sister asked him who was he supporting, this man said, I'm there to support the court. Man, that's some nasty work right there. More than a dozen of Henley's family members and friends were present in court on Tuesday afternoon and listen as prosecutors played a video of Henley made before he surrendered himself to authorities, blaming people posting on social media for the case against him. Among those, he blamed Christopher Lovejoy, a boxer known as 600 who was there in the front row. But Butler denied Henley's claims, saying none of those individuals have ever spoken to law enforcement. Now let's stop it right there and break this all down, because this part is interesting. Why does Butler, who's assistant United States attorney, feels obligated to say 600 ain't a rat and that he has never spoken to them boys in blue? That right there doesn't sound right to me. There's a whole bunch of people rumored to be rats. So how come they never clarified that those guys ain't snitching and that those guys ain't working with them boys? Also, why would the attorney respond to 600? 600 is not on Big U's RICO. He's not even in the case. So why would they go out of their own way to say that he ain't a rat? Something is not adding up, my boy. When everybody was calling Brick Baby a rat last week, how come they never came to his aid? Why didn't they say that Brick Baby ain't no snitch? Loose Cannon is calling Big U a snitch every day. So how come they never said that Big U never told, or Big U never cooperated with the feds? Man, something ain't adding up. But you guys, let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe to my channel. Peace. I'm out.
So yeah, tensions high. Shit made the front page of the LA Times. Someone identifying themselves as family of Big U pressed 600 first out of his seat and then asked, what is you doing here to testify? And he said he here for they're like, who is you here for? He said he here for the court. Don't let that don't y'all lose sight of that. I never heard of a man who claimed that he was a street nigga see his op to come to court like he want to antagonize him. Like, that's something to be proud of. You ain't put in no work, or let me take that back. You did put in some work with the police. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you'll get your certified badge now if you didn't already have it. But yeah, tensions was huge, especially for the LA Times, the media, but for the assistant U.S. attorney to feel obligated to explain to the world that the Crip cop was not an informant or working with them on that case when he's not even on that case, that's very telling. Speaking of telling, the Crip cop, pun intended. Hey, you got anything to say about that before we get into this next video?
Most definitely, sir. Again, if nobody sees any kind of suspicion into some quote unquote, street dude who, because I ain't never told on nobody. You know what I'm saying? I never told. You know what I'm saying? I put in my work. You feel me? I put my work in. You know what I'm saying? So, Big U, yeah, that guy, he's a buster. And bro, what is you doing, bro?
Yeah, but no, he got road rage.
He's literally sitting at the light like a goofball. But because I'm on my break and it's time, the time. But regardless of all that, I ain't never met no real dude saying that they get an op and then they op is in court, quote unquote, and you're here to support the courts. Who in their right mind would say some goofology type shit like that, bro? Nobody other than a damn police officer or an undercover or an agent.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this. I'm speaking for me right now. Anybody supporting 600 pennies, you gotta be one of the biggest goofies in the world. I don't care who you is, nigga. You's a goofy. You supporting a rat, nigga. Nigga, go to the court and say that's not trolling, bro. Real niggas don't troll like that, playing with the police. I'm a snitch. I'm the police. No, nigga, we don't do that. So any nigga talking about you a real nigga and you cool stamping that type of behavior, you's a fucking weirdo, nigga. Yael said it. So nigga,
I did too. Nigga, so he's speaking for both of us. I agree wholeheartedly. Like, nigga, you got another super chat, Yael.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Let me read that. Sorry about that, Deuce.
Man, I ain't mad at you.
Can't see, but okay, there we go. You know how this internet shit is. We got another super chat, man. We got, who is this brother right here?
We got Flyball Python.
Flyball Pythons with the $5 super chat. Damu Kiwe Conversations, stay hidden. Salute. With the Flyball Python, we know what that stay hidden mean. That means we hitting home runs. Hey, salute to Flyball Python. Appreciate anything and everything that is given to the Damu Kiwe Conversation. It's highly appreciated. Salute to you, your family, and your tribe. And we got a new member with Iceman Vamp. Salute to the new members also.
All right, for sure. So, yeah, let's go ahead, Big Messi.
So, I thought the only street motherfuckers that would go to court would be to go to court to support their homies or their family or their loved ones that's going to court. Anybody else that go to court would be going as a witness or going to point the finger or something like that. Am I correct?
Correct.
All right, I'm gonna go back on mute.
Yeah, that's nasty. Mike B, salute, bro. He say 600 pennies, bitch ass, was trying to make it seem like it was gang members at federal court and act like he was there without being touched. Man, listen, man. If I was from a hood that was facing indictment, the last thing I would want to do is to be at that court where they might just keep me there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like he know he's clear. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He know he's down.
Hey, Big Messi, salute to you, big soldier. Hey, we appreciate you tapping in and giving your exposition on how you feel about the court system and the witnesses and the fake ass niggas. Appreciate you, big bro.
Oh shit. So who else would be implicating Big U in even more crimes since he been in jail? Just take a guess. Just take a guess, man.
Is it witness number 2?
Exactly.
How did I know that?
Because he's normalized. These people are numb. He's normalized implicating people in crime. First and foremost, on a man code. You don't speak on another man's business publicly. That's gossip. That's bitch shit, bro. Nigga who a nigga fucking on, that's their business. If he wants you to know, he'll let y'all know. That's not my place as a man. But for you to not only break the man code and doing that bitch shit, but to break the G code and begin to implicate men in crime. That shit is rich grinder gay, nigga. Nigga, bitch, grinder gay, nigga. Let's get to this content. This dude never went to his hood, but went to court to see him. Hey, the irony in that. Now, that's a certified buster.
I'm a certified buster.
Let's get to the content, man. So let's listen to this rat nigga. Rap culture.
Wack 100 has never been the type to hold his tongue. In fact, He's built his entire persona on being brutally honest and saying what everyone else is too afraid to say. But this time, his words are cutting deeper than usual. In a recent and explosive stream of revelations, Wack 100 made bold and unsettling claims involving Big U, extortion plots, altered contracts, and even the possibility that Nipsey Hussle's death wasn't just a senseless tragedy, but something much darker, something calculated, something planned. The name Nipsey Hussle still carries a powerful weight in the streets of LA and far beyond. He wasn't just a rapper. He was a movement, a symbol of community building, ownership, and self-made success. That's why when he was gunned down outside his Marathon store, the world mourned. It felt personal to many. But Wack 100 is now suggesting that what looked like street beef may have had more to it. And if what he's saying is even halfway true, the ripple effect could shake the culture at its core. According to Wack, the truth about Nipsey's death has been buried under layers of lies, politics, and fear. He's saying there were people close to Nipsey, people who were supposed to be protecting him, uplifting him, even representing him, who may have been working behind his back. Big U, a powerful figure in LA's street and music scene, is being pulled into the spotlight, not for his community work, not for his history, but for what Wack claims was an under-the-table power play that could have contributed to the setup of one of hip-hop's most respected icons. Wack 100 claims that
So Wack is claiming that Big U might have set Nipsey Hussle up. When is this being Pyru? When is this being gangster? Hey, I think this nigga Yael set up P&B Rock. Blood used to be in the studio with him on West Side Brands. I'm just gonna keep it G. I think Yael helped set up P&B Rock to get robbed and unalive.
That's nasty work, bro. Like, dudes. And you know what? I can just hear the voices in the background that support this clown say, hey, homie, hey, it's just in the sake of content. Like, you know, we know Wack be doing trolling shit, homie. We know, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know Blood be like, he be broling niggas, you feel me? He ain't really like, we know Wack ain't like that, and you know, we just, you know, we using that sucker for the bag. Any nigga using this buster for the bag, nigga, use a buster with him, nigga. He implicating niggas in unalivings and snitching, lie snitching allegations, bro. And you cool with receiving money from these type of niggas? You niggas is the worst
real
kind.
Bitch ass nigga. Yeah, you's a bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I'm good, bro. I'm super good.
Nigga, how you get, first of all, if you really a gangster like that, nigga, you gonna take the money from that bitch ass nigga.
What happened to that, dude? I'm saying, what happened to that? What happened to that? What happened to a nigga saying, all right, nigga, you gonna give me the 90K, and you like, nigga, I ain't doing shit, bitch ass nigga. Make me. Nigga, I just got you for 90,000, nigga. What you gonna say, nigga? Bitch ass nigga, do it. Do something, nigga. That's what you, nigga, that's how you mark out the busters. You don't sit there and take the money and protect them, talking about some, oh, we gotta protect the bag because the nigga, the bag is all bad. You taking the nigga, that's poison cheese. You niggas is eating poison cheese with the rat. I'm good.
Yeah, let's get back to the content. They said, what's up with the title? Y'all don't hear the nigga? I'm playing the audio right now. This is the day before yesterday. Big Wack 100 is bombshell claims on Big U exposes Nipsey murder for hire, extortion, contracts, etc. Listen,
Big
bro.
U and others around Nipsey were involved in extortion tactics, that they were using Nipsey's name, image, and connections for financial gain, that they were trying to control his narrative and squeeze him for whatever he was worth. But Nipsey, known for being a boss in his own right, allegedly resisted those pressures. He didn't want to play the game. He was building his own lane, owning his masters, buying back his block. And in a world where control equals power, That kind of independence can make someone a target. There's also talk of altered contracts. Wack implies that paperwork was being changed behind the scenes, that money was being moved around in ways Nipsey might not have been fully aware of, that deals were signed and sealed without his full consent. And if these claims are true, it paints a picture of betrayal at the highest level, business partners turning into puppeteers, using every legal loophole they could find to leech off a rising star. But the heaviest claim of all is the suggestion that Nipsey's murder may have been more than just a spur-of-the-moment act by Eric Holder. Wack 100 hints that there were layers to this situation, that people wanted Nipsey gone not because of personal beef, but because he was becoming too powerful, too independent, too uncontrollable. In a city like Los Angeles, where politics, gangs, and the music industry often collide, power can be a dangerous thing to hold. If Wack's narrative holds weight, then this wasn't just a murder, it was a hit, a coordinated effort to remove someone who was disrupting the status quo. And it wouldn't be the first time that a beloved figure in hip-hop met a mysterious and controversial end. We've seen this before. From Tupac to Biggie, from Pop Smoke to XXXTentacion. The deeper someone goes into independence, the more enemies seem to pop up. Wack 100 isn't a stranger to controversy. Some people say he's just clout chasing, looking for headlines. Others say he knows exactly what he's talking about because he's been in the room. He's managed artists, dealt with labels, walked both sides of a street code and the boardroom. So when he starts dropping names, people listen, even if they don't want to believe him. The tension between Wack 100 and Big U has been brewing for a while now. There's bad blood, history, and unresolved drama that adds even more weight to these accusations. And while Big U hasn't gone into full detail in response, the silence in certain circles is starting to feel louder than words. Nobody wants to touch this with a 10-foot pole, because once you open the door to these kinds of conversations, there's no closing it. What makes this even more disturbing is the idea that Nipsey might have sensed it coming.
Hey, hold on. Ben Heem, 600 and Wack, Ben West snitching on the net for dumb long. Y'all compromised himself rocking with them clowns. Nigga, that nigga, y'all ain't never rock with them clown ass niggas. And y'all is YAH. Let's get back to it. Ben
So it
Heem,
couldn't
you
be me.
tripping.
Couldn't have been me. He
Who
said,
else could it be?
y'all like YA. I don't know who YA is, nigga, so it ain't
Oh,
me.
young ant. Okay.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
Okay.
Apology for being slow. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to the content. Okay.
In some of his interviews, he spoke about fake friends, shady deals, and people trying to use him. He didn't name names, but you could hear it in his tone. He knew he was moving in dangerous territory. He knew that building something real in a system built on control was going to make him enemies. Fans are already torn. Some don't want to believe any of it. To them, Nipsey was protected by love and loyalty. To suggest anything else feels like disrespect. But others are connecting the dots, digging into old footage, interviews, and paperwork, looking for patterns. And what they're finding only raises more questions. If the allegations of extortion are true, then this isn't just about music. It's about power and silence. It's about how some people operate behind the scenes, pulling strings and using fear to get what they want. If contracts were altered, then we're talking about deep industry corruption, where ownership and money are stolen in the shadows. And if this was a hit, as Wack 100 suggests, then it's a tragedy far bigger than anyone could have imagined. This story isn't over. It's barely begun. Wack 100 has promised more receipts, more details, and more names. He says he's tired of the lies and tired of people protecting fake narratives. He wants the truth out, no matter how ugly it is. Whether you love him or hate him, it's clear he's forcing a conversation that people have been avoiding for years. The murder of Nipsey Hussle broke hearts around the world. It was a moment of deep pain, not just because we lost a talented artist, but because we lost a leader, a visionary, someone who was walking the talk. If the truth about his death includes betrayal from people close to him, then the pain gets even deeper. What Wack 100 is doing right now is dangerous. He's calling out names in a world where silence is currency. He's stepping into territory where real consequences exist. But maybe that's what makes this moment so important. Maybe the culture needs to confront the shadows. Maybe it's time we stop pretending the music industry is all glitz and success and start recognizing the systems of control, manipulation, and fear that operate underneath. One thing is certain, Nipsey Hussle deserves the truth. His family, his fans, his community, they all deserve to know what really happened. And if Wack 100 is telling even a fraction of that truth, then the hip-hop world is in for a serious reckoning. There are no easy answers here. No clear villains, no simple conclusions. Just layers upon layers of pain, power, and politics. But the more people talk, the harder it becomes to bury the truth. And maybe that's what Wack 100 wants. Not clout, not fame, just for people to finally open their eyes. Because if Nipsey really was betrayed, really was set up, and really was sacrificed by the same system he tried to rise above, then silence is no longer an option.
Well, shout out to American rap culture. Y'all could go subscribe to him. I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I just liked it that he tried to think outside of the box and justify the actions as if Wack 100 wasn't one of the most selfish motherfuckers, narcissistic pieces of shit on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously he hasn't been paying close enough attention to question as if his intent could have been for anybody else other than his. So some people is really oh man, I done missed a gang, Wack 100 and 600, both 86th. Is that Ray J voice or someone else? Nick Hawks. On me, y'all talk that talk, gang. Yeah, y'all don't play them type of game. Birds of the same feather flock together. Yeah, he does sound like Ray J. They was having a snitching anonymous meeting last night with one snitch confiding in another. Mike V, salute. That's all right. John T from FTP. Time to start calling names. Yeah, we've been doing that. Enough is enough. Yeah, bro. Stand on it, media. Salute to you, brother. First and foremost, continue to work hard. Continue to get after your bag. I know you ain't turned the gas all the way up, but just turn it up. Hey, if you ain't a member, we is going to have like a member live after this. It won't be that long, maybe 40 minutes, you know what I'm saying, where all the members get to introduce themselves. We get to know y'all, see how y'all look. So if I see y'all on the street, I'll greet y'all. So niggas don't be like, damn, he didn't even know who you is. You talking about like you know who he is. No. We want to know how y'all look, y'all names, where y'all stay at, what states, what cities, what y'all do, you know what I'm saying? And really just chop it up and get to know y'all better, because we really appreciate y'all's support, man.
Hey, Duse, I do gotta say this because it was two brothers. One of the brothers, I was in the city, man. Salute to my boy from 7th Street and another dude from Compton. I'm sorry if I forgot your name, but they are supporters. These brothers seen me in traffic, walked up on me, greeted me, and was like, man, I listen to you and Duse. Y'all speaking that speak, man. Keep doing it. I want to say salute to these brothers, and I follow them on Instagram. I know who they are by the gram. Salute to those brothers, and they did give us our salutes, and we appreciate them, and I appreciate everything that everybody does, man. Much love.
You said one was from 7th Street. Shout out 7th Street. Hey, shout out Glasses Malone, man.
Salute.
And then the other one, he didn't bang.
Nah, he was from Compton, bro. He was outside. Nigga, you know, when you outside, you outside. He seen me at the gas station off Rosecrans and Santa Fe and was like, what's the deal? I'm like, he like, man, I just heard y'all live. I'm like, oh, ain't you y'all hell? I'm like, yeah, it's me. I'm the only nigga with a hat to the left and glasses on. Yeah.
Hey, you know what's crazy? You get dudes like this weirdo, covert, not overt. So you in covert operations, huh? It makes a lot of sense.
Right.
He say, you niggas doing the exact same hit as Wack. Y'all made that content and reacting to it. Y'all weirdos. We're weirdos for reacting to something just because we don't agree with it. This is the internet. We're not just expecting everybody to be robot-like. We expect people to come with different views, and then we can shut that shit down with what's called reason, where the truth appear, falsehood disappear. And we're going to get into them truths right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, somebody said, who knows what really happened? I do. They in the chat. Well, I dropped the link specifically for you. We got a super chat too, y'all. Hey,
let me read
go
that
ahead.
off.
Popeye, get out of here.
We got the
$1.99
like super chat. Tanner Walker. Keep up the great work. Yael. Hold on, I can't see it real quick. Hold on, here we go.
And Duse Sims.
Yeah. No, I'm because keep up the great work.
Let me pull it back up for you. Let me pull it back up on the screen.
They keep timing out. I don't know why. Sorry about that, brother. There we go. Keep up the great work, Yael and Deuce M's. Man, salute Tanner Walker with the $1.99 super chat. Anything and everything that is given to the Damu Kiwe Conversations is highly appreciated. Blessings to you, your family, and your tribe.
Oh man, hey, that definitely is appreciated. We're gonna go ahead and get into this next video. I did want to get into some more of the chat. They definitely talking about it. I thought that was Z-Man from SF. Steffi, hey queen. Okay. YA is young Ant, bro. Yeah, I caught on Ben Heen. My bad, brother. Hey, listen, one thing about me as a man, and shout out Ant for this, right? Because he showed me fuck some gangbang shit. Nigga can't teach me nothing about them streets. I done survived them very long and did anything anybody else could have done in the motherfuckers, right? But as a man, when he realized that he jumped the gun by disrespecting me and calling me a buster, and that's where it went left, that man apologized to me. So we might disagree, and I mean, I don't think he could challenge it, about the paperwork with CS2 back. It might not behoove him to even want to go back and forth with me on a respectable breakdown of the facts. You know what I'm saying? So you can go to the Google. So and I don't think he would want to do that because it's a lot of education that he still lacks in specifics to that case. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, yeah, I will apologize because I was wrong when I saw y'all. I just thought you forgot the H, but you meant young Ant. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Udo on the go, what's up? But look, somebody said that they know what happened to Nipsey Hussle, and they're in the chat. So I dropped the link. So unless you over there trolling or just trying to clout chase because you want a little attention, we called your bluff. Hit that link down there. We'll pull you on up and hear what you got to say. Now, if you ain't from South Central, if you ain't specifically from Rolling 60s, kind of leans to you not really having enough credibility and insight to do it. Now, you can have your opinion or speculation, but we don't really go by too much opinion and speculation. You know what I'm saying? Only do what the checks say, homie. Oh yeah, that's what that one's gonna hurt. All good, gang. Nothing but respect for this side. You already know. Salute, salute, salute. All right, let's get to this next one, right? We want to get through this quick, and here it goes. Bam. I got to share this with y'all. Hit that like button, man. We got almost 400 people in here. You know what I'm saying? The Eric Holder's the most feared gangster who took out Nipsey Hussle. We finna get into this content, man. This is the one that we came here for. Shout out to 834 Productions. Y'all go subscribe. I just did. Hit that like button. Also, since we using this content, 834 Productions. Let's go. Maria got me this cheesecake factory. I can't wait to get up off of here with y'all.
Shout out Maria.
What's wrong? Work it. Why it ain't playing? Oh, thanks. Okay, it's just taking a little time.
This wasn't random. This wasn't gang politics. This was personal. Eric Holder Jr., a man who once rolled with the same set as Nipsey Hussle, walked up to his own homie and took him out in broad daylight. But what made him snap? Was it jealousy? Was it paperwork? Or was it something deeply already broken? For the first time, we're breaking down the full story. From back alley rumors to brain trauma to a courtroom packed with silence. This is the rise and spiral of Eric Holder Jr. and the loss that shook the culture.
Damu Kiwe Conversations. No, you want my food. Get up out of here.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day.
Let's go.
March 31st, 2019 in South Los Angeles, the Crenshaw district. A Sunday afternoon that would change hip-hop forever. Nipsey Hussle was standing outside his own store, the Marathon, when bullets started to fly, 10 shots. The man who pulled the trigger didn't just shoot and run. He walked back up to kick Nipsey in the head right in front of all of the witnesses. That's not just gang-related. That's personal. Within minutes, chaos erupted. Sirens echoed, streets swarmed, and the entire city, hell, the whole culture started to ask, who was Eric Holder Jr. and why did he kill Nipsey Hussle? This is the story, unfiltered, uncensored, from the street rumors to the courtroom and everything in between. Eric Holder Jr., the rapper who didn't make it before the incident, before the trial, and before the world knew him as the man who killed Nipsey Hussle. Eric Holder Jr. was just another LA kid chasing fame. His rap name, Fly Mac.
Bounce to this. Do you dance slow? I'll bounce to this. I'ma slide with a hoe when I bounce to this. I ain't been let on fire for get tries. Running from me, pistol smoking, niggas can't deny. Trigger finger itching, but nigga, I'm a rider. Leave him cooking on the concrete like a fire.
Hey, listen, Eric Holder, I gotta admit, your shit sound like garbage, nigga. That shit sound trash. The mixing is terrible. The verse, the beat, this shit was whack. Wiggly, whack. I'm just saying. Let's go.
With the 4-5, how you go? Sweetie trigger to the gun click.
He dropped music on SoundCloud. He posted up in the neighborhood, and he claimed the Rolling 60s, the same set that Nipsey Hussle was tied to. But the difference between Nipsey and Eric, Nipsey rose to the top. He built up businesses. He gave back to the block. And Eric, he stayed stuck in the streets, lost respect, and never really got supported. And when his rap dreams didn't work out, frustration started to boil. To make things even worse, his name in the streets was already shaky. One time, he got into a fight with another well-known squabbler from the Crips. Some say over nothing. He got embarrassed, beat up, and violated. And according to some, he never shook that L.
Bro, the nigga he pull up on the block, right? He ain't been around in a while. And the last time he been around, homies whooped him out, right? And they was telling me, like, I think Cuz spent the block and got cracking. I'm like, damn. I'm like, Cuz, like, he on that? Like, yeah, that was the last thing I heard of Cuz. But it's like...
So the last thing they heard about this nigga, he spent the block on some niggas for whatever reason in his own hood and got cracking. If you don't know what got cracking mean, it can mean multiple things, but I'm not going to educate you here on that. But nigga, basically he was on that. You know what I'm saying? Nigga said, damn, he was on that? Yeah, he on that. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's get back to it though.
2016 maybe. Cuz come pull up on the block, bounce out the car, no shirt on, just like that day. Walk up, overhill 60. Mind you, we in the overhill stuff from Arlington. So I'm saying this shit back. He saying over here, I'm saying it back. Nigga, he tell me go to the back. Mind you, we on the block, my people stay on for the back. It's my folks' house. So I'm like, all right, go to the back. My nigga Cooney stay 2 doors down. He like, bro, we gonna go on the back of my shit. But he telling Kitty, bro, why are you doing this, bro? He like, I don't give a fuck.
Go to Damu
He like, bro, we
Conversations.
go to the back. We squabble up.
Real quick, member only gang, go to the Damu and Kiwe Conversations room on Clubhouse. Make sure you follow the house also. You know what I'm saying? You got Chat Kill over there, D Slim, Big Messy, Moore, Nina, 13. You know what I'm saying? Pull up. You know what I'm saying? Chill. Let's go.
I socked him, cuz he want to go again. I begged, put him to sleep. Now I'm turned up. Well, I'm dragging his feet, waking him up. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Thank you, Nick.
Booty got my phone up on old cut. Get up out of here. Cut, get up, stumble to the car. Cut, give me his death fit. He get in the car, drive off, and just stare me down. He don't say nothing else. Oh my kids, bro. That nigga was trying to get me for like 2 weeks, fool. Like the nigga I seen in the alley chilling in his car one night.
So he's saying this nigga that they keep trying to label was a rat and was a buster, said the nigga pulled up, got cracking on some niggas for whatever wrong he felt wronged about in his hood. Next time he seen the nigga pull up, no shirt on, nigga overhill 60s. They set banging between different cliques of the rolling 60. This nigga say he from AG, the Arlington gang, right? AG, niggas overhill 60s, AG. He say this little nigga shitty, tell him, nigga come to the back, call him out for the fade. He go to the back, they get the fade. He said he beat the nigga, whooped the nigga, and the nigga said, no, run that back. He whooped the nigga again, put him to bed, pulled him out and all of that, right? The nigga woke up, he said the nigga was trying to get him for weeks, like 2 weeks. He see the nigga in the alley peeping. This nigga is a predator, nigga. This nigga is this nigga is trying to knock him down for beating him up, for knocking him out. He called the fade out, his own homie, and then the nigga, it didn't go his way, and he said he feel this nigga was trying to knock him down for 2 weeks, stalking and all kind of Man, these niggas be playing these games. These young wolves will knock you down. Let's go.
Like the cuz on that, like he had to move out of town. Like they said no, bro. Went to school with cuz and all that, bro. It wasn't too many going to school, bro.
Wait, hold
that
on.
was actively going try to down shit.
Wait, how do sound like the feds? Hold on, what you talking about? You sounding like the feds now, Deuce. Listen, I ain't never sound like no motherfucking police. Juvie, what is you talking about, man? We gonna fix that ASAP. What is you talking
at the
about?
same time at 7, 8 in the morning, like, bro, he come from that era of as soon as you come on the block, this board, let's go. He comes from that. So his whole crew, he didn't have his crew no more. He felt like he was isolated. He just wasn't fucking with him over a rumor that he told. Cuz doing drugs, he's losing his mind. You feel me? That's all. This is all of what Cuz going through within a stretch of 10 years. He's watching the hood on TV, watching Nip blow up. He's watching the hood get cracking, and he can't be involved. And he feel like he's more of a loc than a lot of. So he feels some type of way. Yeah, he feels some type of way. So every time he came to the hood, he got a major chip on his shoulder. And the day he swapped with me, we had nothing to do with nothing. I thought it was something personal, so I kept trying to figure it out. I'm hitting that he used to be tight with, trying to figure out what the was that about, but Cuz just wasn't there in the dome. And I hadn't seen him after that swap walk. I seen him try to pull up on me a couple of times. Shit got tricky, then I ain't seen him no more. Then the day that Nip died, it was the first day Cuz ever came back to the hood.
He became more aggressive, more reckless, more unpredictable around that neighborhood. The warning signs were already there. But what happened next? That's when things really changed. His hood name? Cuz, under Brick Baby, who was his big homie. Before all of the drama, before the incident went down, there was another name that was tied close to Nipsey Hussle and Eric Holder Jr. It was Brick Baby, also known as Brick Baby Centro, a name that holds weights in the streets of the South Central area, especially in the Rolling 60 Crips. Brick wasn't just a rapper. He was a soldier, a respected member, and according to multiple sources, a big brother to Eric Holder Jr.
This is a video, I think this is a post from 478 weeks ago, July 13, 2015. It's my rap video on me. Strap on me, got bands on me, programs on me, all I fuck with is drugs. Well, this guy right here happens to be Eric Holder, right?
Wix, one platform, any website, unlimited creation.
While he was the little homie, Brick Baby was already active and respected in the LA gang's politics. He rolled with the right people, had ties to free bands with Future, and was even affiliated with Atlanta artists like Young Thug and Pee Wee Longway. But back in LA, Brick Baby was solidified. His name wasn't questioned, his rep was official. And when it came to the gang culture, Brick was the type of big homie who could speak and be heard. He wasn't just in the street either. He had ties to Nipsey Hussle. There's old footage of Brick with Nipsey, photos, studio sessions. Respect was shown on both sides. But they weren't best friends, but they definitely were cool. According to Brick Baby, before everything went down, everybody got along. Eric Holder Jr. was considered a soldier and a main hitter for the gang. Someone who wasn't to be played with, aggressive with the weapons. Then there was Nipsey Hussle, Lil Thundercat, the little homie to Big Thundercat, who now worked for Nipsey in his parking lot, sometimes a jack of all trades for the store. Now here are these two members from the same gang with similar backgrounds. Tempers are flaring, egos are fully active, and the world is about to change from this 4-minute conversation. Now, the fight that changed everything wasn't just a regular fight that everybody heard about, or the rumors about the story. This one was different, and it was more dangerous. According to the rumors, Eric Holder got pressed by someone who didn't know who he was at the time. They questioned his gang ties, disrespected his name, and Eric responded the only way he knew how, violently. But he lost. He lost badly. The fight left him injured so bad that he needed brain surgery.
Eric.
Now, they talking about it was like it was a head of fate. I've been hearing other stories that he was jumped on. And the crazy part, not only was it not a head of fate, when he was put in a coma, right, because he got beat that bad, it was supposed to be some all money in dude. So you got inner hood politics going on. Everybody got their crews, generations, obligations and loyalties to certain people. We got a super chat though, y'all, before we get back into that. But I don't want y'all to do that. Now, mind you, they already talking about that he feel isolated because his crew that he grew up with are no longer around. Hitters too. We're gonna get into that. But let's talk about the super chat.
Man, we got Drifter Wolf with the $9.99 super chat. Salute, comrades. Man, listen, Drifter Wolf, man, anything and everything that is given to the Damu Kiwe Conversations is highly appreciated. Salute to you, your family, and your tribe.
Hey, thank you, y'all. And we definitely appreciate that, Drifter Wolf. Let's get back to this. This is really good, man. It's giving a lot of in-depth inside stuff that we might not necessarily have heard before.
It was jumped probably years, 2 years before that, not by nobody that had nothing to do with Nipsey, but he had went to the hospital and he had brain surgery. And it did happen in the area. Pulled up, and I guess he had questioned him about the red shirt, and he had just got off on basically, they just was like, who are you? It really wasn't over the red.
So now these niggas didn't question him. I remember when Black Sam was talking about you can't even buy no red shirts in the hood. This is what he talking about to the nigga when he was talking to Big Boy in that interview. So now it's all starting to match up. We were saying, what do you mean? Y'all had a red shirts for sale in the marathon and red sweaters for sale in the marathon. The Slauson swap meet is right down the way. But even before the Slauson swap meet, when you get to Van Ness and Arlington and Cimarron, you got the spots right there. So what do you mean? Well, now it makes a whole lot more sense. I thought he was just lying. And you're going to hear Mika. We're going to get into Mika's breakdown of this also, an insight, right? But this made a lot more sense once I hear him saying that these niggas done pressed Eric Holder talking about what you doing with that red shirt on, basically like, nigga, who the fuck is you to be over here wearing this red shirt? Now that I'm thinking about it, nigga, he wearing this red shirt because this nigga's a gunner. This nigga is staying in his motherfucking undercover gear because he probably own Damu's. And he's a gunner, and these niggas is rappers and hustlers. It's a major difference between a hitter and one of these hustling niggas and these rapper niggas when you on that block. Because you prepared to go all the way, and these hustlers and these boxers and these rappers, they got limits and ambitions to what they want to do. They got limits because they got ambitions and other things that they're trying to accomplish. So it's a whole different mentality. But now, this is why they jump on him and put the dude in the hospital. Nasty work.
Red shirt, they pull up. You but you on the block, you on our block, and cuz just ain't been around for like a year or two. But like this the block, and cuz don't be like really. He was, cuz is a real 60. Cuz ain't finna go for no questioning. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really loking over here, like, you get what I'm saying? But it was the other homie. Cuz got a squabble. Cuz I'm hood, and cuz said something that Eric didn't like. Eric got off, and Eric got his ass whooped. But then he got transported to the hospital, and he had brain surgery. So that's what had caused the mental health and all the going to the mental houses and all. That's what put him on his tear. So I think he had a vendetta with certain people in the area, not Nipsey, but yeah, just over him getting put in that situation.
People who knew him said that he changed after that. He wasn't the same Eric anymore. He became paranoid, quick to snap. His thoughts didn't feel right. His energy was off. Friends say Eric Holder always had been wild, but after that brain injury, it turned him up even more. And on top of that, it was rumored that Eric Holder started to use drugs, which that activated mental issues when the two paired with each other. But whether it was just mental illness or just pride and anger, he was already unraveling. And then he ran into Nipsey Hussle. March 31st, a sunny day, 2019, Eric Holder is now hanging out with his lady friend. And they're looking to get something to eat. But this time, they're going to Eric Holder's old neighborhood, not in Long Beach, where Eric Holder is currently living, where he met that female at. They went to the Marathon parking lot. Nipsey Hussle sees Eric Holder pulling into the parking lot. According to Big Thundercat, Nipsey's big homie, Nipsey said to himself, "I wonder how this is going to unfold." Eric Holder directly orders his food and greets the gang in front of the Marathon store. The two talk for over 4 minutes. According to the witnesses, the conversation didn't get heated at all, but according to the surveillance footage that we found, it shows that Nipsey was quite animated as he was moving his hands.
Okay.
And Eric Holder wasn't taking it all too well. According to Cowboy, who witnessed it, testified that Nipsey Hussle told Eric this. He said, "People say you got paperwork on you. I ain't saying it's true, but you should clear that up." In street code, that's serious, real serious. But instead of falling back and checking the situation as a whole, Eric Holder took it personally.
So you don't think he passively told him he was a snitch?
No, he never called him a snitch at all.
No, not saying a snitch outright. But
come on, bro. The fact that you said was never no paperwork produced on him, we know it was a snitch conversation, Cowboy. Come on.
Well, no. Nip was like, Nip ain't seen Cuz in a long time. So Nip was like, hey, bro, hey, where you been? We ain't seen. He's like, oh man, I did it. He was coming with this little story. I've been did it. And Nip was like, well, they got that paperwork floating around. I ain't read it, but you go take care of it. And he did it cool, like homie to homie. I ain't seen you in a while. You need to take care of that shit. He didn't say, oh, snitch, you told. You feel me? He didn't do none of that.
That's probably when the discourse started. Now, Cowboy, we're going to talk about it. Hold on.
But listen,
Cowboy, we're talking about it, right?
Well, hold on one second. But I'm saying about
we can talk about it.
But listen, by the nature of that conversation, by the nature of that conversation, I would have never expected that, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Cowboy, let me ask you a question. We talking about it, right? Hold on.
He said
wait, after Nip made that comment, right?
Say that, and now he said
hey,
that.
Wait, after Nip made that comment, right, about that, however he made it,
the comment the
world responded. Hold on, Cowboy. Dude responded to Nip. You the one snitching. You been paying the homie whoop wop wop. Am I right?
Nah, he didn't respond to that. Nah. No,
right.
Like I said, she said whatever she had to say. I'm not gonna contest. I'm just gonna tell you what I heard, bro. And all I can say is the truth. If bro would have said something like,
Cowboy is lying, straight out lying, and I don't know why, because he's right. You're not gonna hear everything that somebody's saying. All you can speak on is what you say. But you can't say what wasn't said when somebody else that is right there is saying that this is what's said. And what was said was that Shitty was pressing Nipsey about some paperwork. And we're going to get into that. It was the girl that was with Shitty, the driver, that he was fucking on, dating or whatever their relationship was. But we're gonna get into that also. Let's go.
Like that, bro. I'm gonna let it know. Like I said, I done cleared up all kind of shit about my past. I done cleared up so much shit.
Didn't you say he had something like he had to fix something up? Isn't that like insinuating he snitched?
Paperwork, exactly.
Well, it ain't about fixing it up. It's about, look, bro, this paperwork floating around, it ain't really cool. You need to go ahead.
That snitch conversation, though.
Well,
did he not?
See, now Cowboy, we could say Thunder Rat, you know what I'm saying? He did say he addressed his issues, and that's their business. But he's talking about that they didn't have no snitch conversations, but they talked about the paperwork. Now, let's get into what the girl said. It's only about 2 minutes, so we could get back to that video. Shout out Street TV, man. Hit that like button. We cooking right now. You know what I'm saying? But we want all of the facts out. We ain't got a dog in the horse. We definitely want the truth that might help his family finally heal, as well as a lot of his fans and those like me who favorite rappers out of that generation was Nipsey Hussle. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like the Prince of South Central LA. You know, I was on him. Let's go.
And stuff, and then you
know what they were talking about?
He was saying a lot of cuz.
Who was?
Eric.
Okay. Can you hear what they were saying?
I didn't really kind of understand it, like what he was talking about, but I know to tell from the tension from Nipsey, he didn't really want to talk to him, trying to get to me, to take the picture or whatever, trying to wait till he stopped talking.
Do you know why he wouldn't want to talk to him?
Because I guess the way he was just cuz, hey, you ever snitched on somebody, cuz this, cuz that.
That's what Nipsey was saying?
That's what Eric was saying. Nipsey wasn't saying nothing. He was just nah, nah, like that, know.
Did it sound like Eric was accusing him of snitching?
To me,
so she's saying, and she's right there trying to get a picture and did get the picture, right? She's saying that Eric was pressing Nipsey. Cuz, so you didn't ever snitch on the homie? So you didn't ever snitch on nobody? Cuz this, cuz that. He's the aggressor when she said he being messy. So he was the one pressing this dialogue. So let's get back to that.
It sounded like kind of like he was trying to be a little messy.
Oh,
you know, like I wasn't kind of like getting into it, but you know, because I'm not the messy type. I'm just like kind of like listening, but I'm just like, okay, like what is he talking about? Like to myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the premium.
And then, but I can tell like by looking at Nipsey or whatever, because you know I'm waiting to take the picture. Like he looking like, you know, he need to go on somewhere. That's how I got the impression. I didn't hear no arguing, and even when I took the picture and everything, I didn't hear no arguing. It was just like casual, just talking, you know, like regular guy talk, I guess, you know. Yeah, he was kind of like a little aggressive, but you know, like some guys, that's just how they talk, you know. So
who was aggressive?
To me, aggressive mean when you using slang words like cuz.
Well,
like
who which one? That who
Eric.
That was it.
Oh my God, Mom! Look how pretty you are.
So when you hear Black Sam saying that Nipsey wouldn't allow nobody to get aggressive with him and all of that type of shit, I know that's how he would like to see his brother in that situation. But his brother was also a thinker. That he probably knew he didn't have his blammer on him. He probably looked at it like, I'm not finna get caught up into this nigga who they said been drawn down on homies, who been getting cracking, who's been going back on bullshit. I got the deals. I got all of this shit. Nigga, I ain't got to run my head into the wall. Let this nigga do what he gonna do. And I'm not finna confront him. Not saying that Nip did it as a buster. I'm saying he just was a lot more cerebral with a lot more to lose than this nigga Shitty. And I'm quite sure he understood that because Cowboy even said that as soon as he seen that nigga pulling up in the car, that he heard Nipsey say, I wonder how this is going to turn out. Let's get back to that video, man. You know what I'm saying?
Cowboy. Did he not tell him he couldn't go in the store?
No, he didn't tell him that.
Now, and never heard audio. Cowboy admits that Eric Holder wanted the group to hear his new music and listen to his new CD when he walked up. Nipsey and Entourage didn't want to hear it. That's when Eric got on the fence and started to question Nipsey Hussle.
Conversation, though.
But the conversation was about the conversation. Really, what it boiled down to is nobody wanted to listen to that boy CD. That's what it boiled down to. Nobody wanted to listen to this punk CD. So it took me to go to this murder trial and start talking to these witnesses and all these other people to find out. Cuz was jumping out with two blowers and telling me, you check out my CD. The homie was like, damn, if I didn't listen to Cuz CD, I felt he was going to do something. That was 2 days before he shot Nip. Feel me? Cuz was already over there on one. About that punk CD.
Now watch this, Cowboy. Now here we go. You got 3 other people gave statements, right? 2-3 other people gave statements. Nobody mentioned all that. They whole thing is a discourse about snitching.
Yeah, exactly. So like I said, I sat around.
And I don't doubt he was doing that with his CD. That's cool. But at that point in time.
But now it's making sense to me. I went to these courtrooms and I sat here and I listened. I watched the people. And there was a witness that came through that never got on the stand. And he explained to me what happened a couple of days prior. And I'm like,
hey, real quick. Hey, Nino Black, I got that story. Since you want to spill the beans, I'm doing a live for the members only. After this is done, and we're going to go over that, and I want everybody that's members that show up to tell us how we should proceed and what they think about it, because there's a lot of different things to look about. And this information that I'm trying to gather, was this dude a street dude? Was he hustling? Was he breaking the law? Or was he just a drug addict, right? So I can understand where he's supposed to stood at and gather more information about it. But if you're not on members only, you need to get on members only now. So when we go live, as soon as I figure it out, as soon as this is over, I'm going to figure it out and set it up for like 30 minutes after this live. So yeah, we finna get into that, bro. So make sure you go to members only. I think it's like $3, $2.99 or something. maybe 199. I'm not sure, King.
I'm like, damn, that makes most sense. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Was it a setup? Was it this? Was it that? So for the last 3 years, my brain going crazy trying to figure this shit out. Feel me? So now
you know that wasn't no bro. You know that nobody sent that dude over there, bro.
Exactly. I know that's
nobody do that, bro.
It's about that CD. He's like, man, y'all check out my CD. And we looked at it.
Duse, can you pause that real quick?
Yeah, I know why you said that too. I was just finna do it. Go ahead, King.
Oh, so y'all heard what he said? Y'all heard CSU back? Hey, Cowboy, you know that nobody sent him over there. Hey, Cowboy, you know nobody didn't send him over there. Hey, Cowboy, you know nobody didn't send him over there. You know I had to repeat that, right? Yeah. He admitted that didn't nobody send him over there. So, hey, CS2 back. Why is you insinuating Big U sent them over there? Huh? Because you attacking this man's character and going after them contracts. You know that man didn't have nothing to do with that. And there's the audio to prove it. Corroborate. I ain't corroborate nothing. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you is. Go ahead, Deuce, because I know you was gonna elaborate on it.
No, that's exactly what I was finna stop it for, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you're right. The whole thing, Wack is working with niggas from 6-0 who don't like Big U, afraid of Big U, and they weren't eating with Big U, and they come up with this mass scheme to trick Big U up out of his position so they could get those $1 million grid contracts. Let's get back to it. That's why they're doing this. Also, for social media, they're playing on the Nipsey Hussle fans who they already know didn't really like or trust Big U. So they come, and the conspiracy theorists, they're playing on that to get voices. And trust me, that Nipsey Hussle conspiracy theorist wing is vicious on the internet. I done got a dose of them. You get to seeing that long live Nipsey Hussle, the marathon continue, justice for Nip all in my chat. I'm like, nigga, I'm a Nipsey fan. They don't want to hear the truth. Nigga, they want to hear what the fuck they want to hear. Let's go.
If you look
to add to that, the witness who was with Eric Holder, who gave him the ride and even the money to eat at the restaurant, says that the narrative was mixed up and Eric Holder was the one asking Nipsey Hussle about snitching.
You're talking about?
He was saying a lot of cuz.
Who was?
Eric.
Okay. Can you hear what they were saying?
I didn't really kind of understand it, like what he was talking about, but I know to tell from the tension from Nipsey, he didn't really want to talk to him, trying to get to me, to take the picture or whatever, trying to wait till he stopped talking.
Do you know why he wouldn't want to talk to him?
Because I guess the way he was just cuz, hey, you ever snitched on somebody, cuz this, cuz that.
That's what Nipsey was saying?
That's what Eric was saying. Right. Nipsey wasn't saying nothing. He was just nah, nah, like that, know.
Did it sound like Eric was accusing him of snitching?
To me, it sounded kind of like he was trying to be a little messy.
Oh.
I wasn't kind of getting into it, but because I'm not the messy type. I'm just kind of listening, but I'm just okay, what is he talking about? To myself though. And then, but I can tell by looking at Nipsey or whatever, because I'm waiting to take the picture. He looking he need to go on somewhere. That's how I got the impression. I didn't hear no arguing, and even when I took the picture and everything, I didn't hear no arguing. It was just casual, just talking, regular guy talk, I guess. Yeah, he was kind of a little aggressive, but some guys, that's just how they talk, So
who was aggressive?
To me, aggressive mean when you using slang words like cuz.
Well, who? Which one?
Eric.
That was
during a sworn immunity. The young lady had to tell the truth, or she would go to jail for being accessory to this incident. Now, what I'm about to say is hearsay, and it hasn't been confirmed nor verified. But Wack 100 claims that Eric Holder was referencing to an incident that Nipsey Hussle and a friend got into, and it was rumored that someone snitched to the police. And they say Eric Holder brought it up.
So, were you there at the Marathon clothing store on March 31st?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you were there, why were you at the store?
I was at the barber shop next door to it, actually, and I walked in there to buy a hoodie. I bought like 2 hoodies from the store, and when I came out, everything went down.
Wow. So, like, you and Nipsey took a picture. After that picture, how long did it take for dude to come through and do what he did?
Probably like 3 minutes after.
Okay, what kind of car were you driving?
A BMW convertible.
Was it white?
White one.
The white one.
Yep.
Okay, because people.
Car in front of it was in front of Monster Burger. I parked in front of Monster Burger. That's in that plaza.
So what was Eric Holder and Nipsey talking about? Did you see all that?
I mean, when I was in the barber shop, I seen the Nipsey had a Benz, like a little miniature Jeep, like a little SUV.
Mm-hmm.
And his brother has a Jaguar, so I seen the SUV pull up, and I figured that was Nipsey. So when he hopped out, the kid was talking, and it was, I believe it was, I don't know the kid's real name. You saying it's Eric Holder, they're saying?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
It's like the kid that shot him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was him and some other Spanish kids standing there, and it looked like a heated conversation, because when I walked up to try to get a picture at first, I heard Nipsey tell him, you can't even be here right now. Like, you're not supposed to be here right now. So I kind of backed up because I seen it was like a heated conversation, so it wasn't really the time to ask for pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Once I went in the Monster Burger to get a sandwich, went back into the Marathon store, came back out. The kid was gone. The Eric Holder kid, I guess. He dipped around the corner, like where Monster Burger is, that little cut alleyway.
Mm-hmm.
He dipped off, and then when I seen everybody else taking pictures with him, that's when I sat in my car from it. I asked him, I said, well, Nipsey, man, I'm out here for audition, for the BMF audition with 50 Cent. You mind if I take a picture with you? I'm from New York. He said, yeah, no problem, come on. And we took the last picture. 2 minutes after that, the kid came back around the corner. I passed right by him, and I felt like something was going wrong, but I didn't really pinpoint it. And I seen him pull out and just start hitting him.
Back at that parking lot, Eric Holder left the conversation and went to get his food and came back to shake the entourage's hand. Key thing is, Nipsey was talking to some fans and taking pictures, and he didn't get a chance to shake his hand. Eric Holder got his cheese fries, and that's when his mind started to unravel. According to the female driver, Eric pulled out 2 weapons and started to load them, in which he told the driver to drive around. The driver says, no, you're not about to do a drive-by in my car. This is when they pull into that alleyway, in which Eric Holder tells the driver to wait here. Eric Holder returned to the Marathon store parking lot with a mission, something that the streets say he has done plenty of times, but this time it was to take out Nipsey Hussle. He had time to think, he had time to cool off, but he didn't. He walked up, raised 2 guns, opened fire, aiming directly for Nipsey Hussle. He hit Kerry Lathan and his nephew as Nipsey tried to swipe or grab the weapons from Eric Holder. Then Nipsey was hit multiple times. As Nip was laying on the ground, he yelled to Eric Holder, "You got me." Eric walked back, fired some more shots, and kicked him in the head. Though the whole parking lot scattered, it was only Eric Holder Jr., Nipsey, and Kerry Lathan right there on the ground. This was personal. That was rage. It happened in broad daylight in front of witnesses, in front of security cameras. And then Eric Holder Jr. ran. No one returned fire. No one there to stop the shooter from hitting his target or even throwing him off. Eric Holder hit the shopping center's alleyway and made his exit clean. The alleged getaway driver, Bernita, scared after hearing the shots, initially pulled away from the scene, but decided to stay, and that's when Eric Holder Jr. came running back to the car. She asked what was going on. Eric Holder told her to shut up and drive and that she talked too much. She immediately drove him away, shaken and confused. She drove Eric directly to his cousin Harold's house in Long Beach, California, about 30 minutes away from Los Angeles. She then went back to her mother's house in Long Beach as well. Before Shitty Cuz exited the vehicle, Eric Holder told the driver she was funny style. Maybe because she took a picture with a guy that he just had an argument with and then he killed.
Visit the cost cutters near you today and get the cut you want at a price you'll love.
I wasn't there for no conversation, right? I wasn't there for no conversation. All I'm saying is I know it was a conversation. And however he felt when he walked away, mind you, y'all know the details. His got out the car, went and gave Nip a hug mid-conversation. Now, I don't know how that would make you feel, Flacco, if you was from an area that you pride, that's tattooed all over your body, but you haven't felt comfortable to go there in years. and you know, and deep down in your heart, these niggas really don't care for you.
But in support.
But your bitch loves your hood, and she loves the rapper that represents your hood, and she really want to go meet him. So she like, take me over there.
We can't look past this right here, bro. I ain't never heard this one yet, bro, but that's important.
All these facts are important, bro.
That's important. Yeah,
These,
keep going, bro.
And mind you, you know, it's stipulation that bro was messing with drugs that, you know, not the common person may use. You know what I'm saying? And then coming over there, and then now because I'm watching the video, when I watch it, I see how Cub moved, how he looked over, seen the homies, but didn't really go directly to him really quick. Went to the burger stand and stayed in there. He never felt that comfortable, but he got this girl on the court that's watching him.
Yeah.
And women,
and he got a fan.
Right, and women, when say you claiming you this nigga, I didn't seen it happen. They saying they this and that, and the female see you, your homies tell you, damn, the don't make you feel terrible after.
Man.
You feel me? So now you got that in your mind, like, damn.
I just think he was, but look, but if we know Eric, like, cuz ain't no to be knocking bitches anyway, no nigga
he
like
not,
on
he
Crip. So
he gonna be tender over the
he don't even know how to. He don't even know how to deal with emotions.
He don't
know. So
Man,
so that right there hit him hard. He you know, he an all heart type. He don't usually grind. All heart.
He
So
all heart.
but
everything, his heart is on the sleeve, his emotions on the sleeve. So I know if anything, and Nip, he's very unapologetic. He's not no type of soft. He don't care how big you are, nothing. He's fearless. If I ain't never seen it as fearless as maybe him and Black Sam. So this is as just as much amount of pride as this crazy walking at. Yeah, but the only thing is, Nip got a whole lot to live for. And this
good point, Ben.
He wasn't no. He had heart too. He was like 6'2". He wasn't no.
But so that okay. So like what you said, he just gonna keep on coming to get the hood ass whoop. But Nip hit different. Nip talking to him hit different. He hit a nerve.
I think that hit a nerve.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
He didn't come over there looking for Nip. You know what I mean? That was his. I'm gonna go out there with a bang. Cause he was jumping out looking for that beat him up earlier that week. You know, he had jumped out.
Y'all did, Tartan.
When he ran across Nip, in the conversation and everything that went down, you know, I don't know what at that point what made him want to do something to Nip now.
Eric Holder is a real gangster. The world don't even know that. That's crazy. You asked that. That shit damn near brought tears to my eyes. That shit is made in stomach.
Like, is he this monstrous devil?
So, but Eric Holder is like a real street soldier type dude. Like, he ain't no bad person or nothing. I feel like if he did murder him, let's say, quote unquote, he did. That's what did. Well, he said he did. So saying like, and he ain't no Jay. He like a real loyal person. So him coming up like, hey, what up, bro? Get up. Whatever the conversation was, I know he was big and Nip up like in there. But if I don't know if I would have approached. I wouldn't have approached a nigga about his paperwork and all that shit because I really don't give a fuck. I be trying to get the conversation over with anyway.
The same night, around 8 p.m., Eric Holder called the getaway driver and asked if he could stay the night at her and her mother's crib, saying his place was dirty, and the driver agreed to it. While the internet is going crazy that Nipsey Hussle was, Eric Holder was sleeping tight in Long Beach, as it is 30 minutes away from the crime scene, and Eric Holder has been a mystery from years around in that area. No one knew where he was. The next day, April 1st, 2019, Eric Holder checked into a Motel 6 and the getaway driver used her ID to get the room for him. This day is when the news came out about the shooter and who Eric Holder was. His name was plastered all over the news sites, internet blogs, and everybody started the rumors. They were saying he was hired by Illuminati because of the Dr. Sebi documentary, while others say it was an inside hit between the 60s. But one thing's for sure, Eric Holder was about to go down. The witness getaway driver saw Eric Holder's face on the news, and she seen that they were looking for a vehicle as well. She showed up to the police station the next morning and performed a 5-hour interview with detectives. She agreed for the police to search her phone, her mother's home, and they kept her car to search for evidence. In the interrogation room, she even called Eric Holder's phone and gave up the location where he was at in the Motel 6 and his home address. Later, Eric was arrested for lingering around a mental health facility in Bellflower. According to the arresting officer, Eric Holder had on a hoodie and walked towards the police as they pulled in, arresting him without incident.
I work at a mental health facility. I work here. Yeah.
Good thing you're late today or you went out to lunch.
Is this him?
I think so.
This is the guy?
It's not positive yet, but it might be.
Oh my God, this look like him. This is the guy that everybody been Oh my
No, that's
God.
all right.
Front row to the new.
504 smooth, man. I rock with him, man. I know you're right. If Grandpa said that, I'm quite sure to help allay a lot of people's worries and concerns, and it will probably lay out a lot. But I think he really a street nigga. He really live by that code, and that's why he don't want to speak on that and the implications thereof. Some niggas just keep that type of shit in the street, especially when it's where it's at right now. It's like the opposite of what Cowboy did. You know what I'm saying? So I understand how niggas look at Grandpa in that way, but then I understand and respect Grandpa for taking the position that he did and standing on what he believed in. Let's go. Yeah, we own it. Oh, look at Thomas Wright. Thomas Wright said this nigga said going after them contracts like niggas want to work with the police. Duse the one called him COINTELPRO first. Hey, Thomas Wright, you are correct. I called him Big U COINTELPRO with a question mark in the room, right? It was a question mark. Requesting actions, had reached out and tried to get him to come elaborate. It took 4 or 5 months or whatever, but he did come elaborate and we built on it. And I learned a lot of other things about the program, specifically that all of it wasn't being regulated and mandated by LA City Hall as the federal government drew it up, because some of the donations are coming from the federal government. So I'm glad you said that, Thomas, right? Because that's one of the reasons why they're saying that developing option in the indictment and the complaint was a fraud, because they said they are prepared to say he did nothing of what the grid contract required of him, training his workers by the grid thing, checking whether or not they had criminal records, documenting incidents in the community and making a record of them, a triangle of offense with the police department. None of the police shit that says in the grid was done by Big U. So you want to hold on to that narrative? You can suck my dick, Thomas, right? LA City Hall didn't care about that because Big U and the developing options was getting them kids graduated, had them playing football, and was getting some of them to the league, including my homeboy, Lewis Nash's son, right? Getting him into college to play football, right? The Snoop League, and just the connections that he was making, as well as reducing gang violence in his grid area for the last 20 years. So mayors is appreciating that, having that job. All of the luxuries that come with it, the fringe benefits, mistresses, you know what I'm saying, donations to their charity when you in that kind of position of power, there's a lot of fringe benefits that come with it. So having those type of accolades where the statistics are showing that you're doing your job, you don't gotta work with us as long as we're getting the results that we need to get. And the federal government got a problem with that. It's one of the reasons that he's charged right now. That's in the indictment. That's in the complaint. But back to the content.
For one guy.
Well, they went around the building still searching. But how did he possibly do?
He's just me. What up? T. McCauley. 5-2. What up? Colin Trapper, Mike B, thanks for that information. I heard that same thing. Couldn't confirm or deny, but I heard that same thing.
There's a flashlight out there that's so powerful.
Yeah.
It's like having a lightsaber you can carry in your pocket. I'm not.
Did he see that he was coming? Did he think claiming mental illness could save him? Who knows? At first, rumors started to fly. Some say people targeted his family in retaliation, but those rumors turned out to be false. Still, the tension in LA was very real. 3 years and 2 months passed before Eric Holder Jr. versus the state of California began. The courtroom was packed. Reporters, fans, and the culture watching. Big Thundercat took the stand, and he claimed that Nipsey Hussle never disrespected Eric Holder, nor called him a snitch. The driver, Bernita, testified too. She says the day of going out on the town turned into an unexpected event where him and Nipsey Hussle had words. Eric's legal team pushed a mental health defense, pointing to his past brain trauma and paranoia, but the evidence was too strong. Surveillance and witnesses were right there. Eric Holder Jr. didn't say one word the entire trial. At some points, he looked high off of a substance, but that would be considered as he was already on medication. That couldn't save Eric Holder. In July of 2022, Eric Holder Jr. was found guilty and eventually sentenced to 60 years in prison. Eric Holder wasn't safe. He got put in protective units, but even there, he still got touched. A Hispanic gang member reportedly beat him down, busting his eye, cracking his jaw. The photo went viral on the internet because of it. He also was violated while being transported in a jail bus from location to location.
But guess who was on that bus with me? Eric Holder. Everything. He was right there on the same bus, and it's crazy because I'm chained up. I'm with a few homies. I'm with a homie from 60s too. Yeah. But he's in the cage though. He was PC'd up, but he was in the last cage, and I'm sitting right here. So like his cage is right here. I see him just look back. I'm like, what the? And I tell the homie, I'm like, hey, I think that's old boy. Bam! I go bang on his window. Boom, boom, boom. He looks back. Everybody on the bus like, what the? I swear to God. And then he's like, you Eric Holder? He's like, yeah. This shit went crazy. Everything I love. He got pissed on and some shit spit on.
They were spitting on him in the bus?
Hell yeah, squirting his ass.
Somebody like him can't be, he has to not be in general population because he'll die.
As soon as we got to Delano, they stopped the bus over on the freeway. Like, man, y'all better chill out. So as soon as we got to Delano, covered in, they take him out first. They put him away. He for sure PC though. We've been on a PC yard though.
People love Nip. I'm saying you don't even got to be affiliated. You just yo, you what you did was bro.
Oh, yeah, even the homies, Mexicans, we tripping.
After Nipsey passed, the city went silent. No big retaliations, no wars, just pain and grief. Black Sam, the brother, stayed quiet. Cowboy spoke up. Brick Baby said what he said, then he backtracked.
Even being in jail,
Shout out Richmond, Virginia.
I'm from 6-0, yeah. Yeah, I'm little from 6-0. What's up? Oh, you know the other man on the hood. Stop talking to me about cuz. You get what I'm saying? It really affected a whole lot right there. Oh yeah, we ain't with that shit. Like, so what did you saying? Like, I really had to be on defense mode because it's like, at this point, like, you know what I'm saying, the idiot might go for it thinking that I'm closer to the little nigga than what I am. Every time they ask me about him, I'm aggressive. It also added pressure inside the jail system on me. Not to say that it was some pressure I couldn't handle, but shit, it definitely was like a whole different turn for shit. You got like homies coming to jail and they been talking on the streets, talking about they gonna get all of the shit out the way and all that. And I've been hearing it, so when I see them, I heard you been looking for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the deal? You know, niggas wasn't on nothing though. They was just talking, but you know me, I don't do too much talking.
Listen, for once for all, I am not taking Eric's side. Nipsey is my homeboy. We got this tattoo the same day. Me and Nipsey got a whole lot of stories that I never tell. I don't take interviews about my boy. I don't do nothing. Anybody that know me know my love for Nipsey, cuz. Anybody that know me know I'm not condoning in telling, bro. Black Sam and everybody know how much I love them, bro. On the hood. People don't go down to courtrooms because so much shit going on. Don't nobody want to be involved with no extra police activity because it's already f***ed up. Just don't want to be in there with people's parents that's blaming us because they kid was gang banging. And then I know both sides of people. I know I'm little shit. I know his parents and I know Nipsey parents. I'm f***ed up. Lost two friends. Been lost cuz to drugs. Now I lost Nipsey. How you think I feel?
Wack 100 stirred up things.
If y'all don't think and y'all never been in that feeling that Brick Baby just described, thank God that you was blessed with that luxury. It's the worst feeling in the fucking world. The worst. Let's go.
Mentioning Big U, Dom, and some other drama behind the scenes. But there was rumors of disrespect, betrayal, and even deeper politics. But Nipsey was gone. And the only name that mattered...
And he's saying Dom. It ain't Dahmer, it's Domer. Let's go.
...was Eric Holder Jr. Nipsey Hussle was more than a rapper. He was a father, a businessman, and a visionary. He came back to his community to build up something. And Eric Holder tore it down in seconds. Some say it was jealousy. Others say it was pride. While it may be all of that, but Nipsey tried to warn him. He didn't threaten him.
No.
He didn't press him. He gave him a heads up. And for that, he lost his life. Eric Holder Jr. would spend the rest of his life behind bars, alone and forgotten. But for Nipsey, his name lives on forever.
I don't know if they'll let you do that, bro. G-Dog, I don't think they'll let you do that.
Was there any paperwork service on Dude? Keep it real.
I ain't seen no paperwork.
Ain't never been none. I've been telling y'all that. He's a known body, man, Rue. Everybody know that.
Was he ever found as being an informant? Like, did
Never. It's one of them, you know.
What does that mean? Jude said, y'all forgot that Nipsey was at the store because he was giving Big U's family member a shirt. That's why he was there without security. So let me get this straight. I'm going to give somebody a shirt so everybody else who's supposed to be on Usalama, Cowboy, Grandpa, all these other niggas that's supposed to be holding me down because I'm coming to bring a shirt. They're not going to be on security because I'm coming to give somebody a T-shirt. In fact, I don't have to even be there to get somebody a T-shirt. But I chose to be there to get somebody a T-shirt because it's somebody that I want to see who was just released from jail. But you can think what you want to think if you think, well, yeah, Big U wanted a family member to get a T-shirt, so there's no security because Big U called it. Come on, man. That shit's crazy. Let's go. We almost finished, man. We got like a minute of this video.
60s, all the homies, it'd be like 5 under the same name. It'd be C-Dog 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Big, little, baby, tiny, infant, all kind of shit. Fetus. So you gotta know, it's because you got a name, know which one it is.
Once he gets to state prison, he's a target. There's a green light on him from all the gangs. All the people that love Nipsey Hussle. And so his life in prison is going to be hell for as long as it lasts.
Information, man. So since that day, Eric Holder has said nothing. No interviews, no statements, complete silence. Yeah. So that's that story. I want to see. I know Yayo, this is your first time seeing it. I want to get what you got. And we got a super chat too. Yeah. KG
Duse, can you hear me?
100. I think the same. Y'all can hear you. We got a super chat.
1 second, sir. Oh, snap. We got Tartan Mystic with the 10 pounds. Hey, we something for the teachings. Hey, Tartan Mystic, we appreciate the $10 pound, man. Anything and everything that is given to the Damu Kiwe Conversation, it's highly appreciated. Salute to you, your family, and your tribe.
So yeah, y'all, I want you to react to that video, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah,
what stood out to you? You know what I'm saying?
The whole scenario of when Eric Holder pulled up and he's, conversing with Nipsey about the snitching allegations. You know what I'm saying? That's something that, that came across, heard about it, but that is not concrete because, again, black and white suffices everything. You know what I'm saying? You got to have the black and white. Can't put allegations on people. Sometimes people just, they tell on themselves. But in this case, that's a big question mark. And if that did happen, that's their business. That's how they're gonna handle their candle, and that's just what it is, man. But if that, not knowing and just going off of what the people that were there saying, it was a conversation about Eric pressing him about that paperwork. If that did happen, man, that's just nasty work, bro. It's nasty work, and that was just information that's is new to the world. A lot of people didn't really understand that. But just in the hood politics, when paperwork like that being presented, if you gonna stand on something, that's you gonna stand on it. You know what I'm saying? And when you in that type of lifestyle, those individuals know how that goes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's deep, man. That's deep. That snitching allegation, you got to wear that for the rest of your life, no matter who you are. And that's just something that communities know that's not a good thing to have on your name. This is a very delicate situation because Nipsey is not here to defend himself, and we are only left with the words of the choice people that were involved in the situation, and that was there. So my condolences to those who lost their lives, and those who are incarcerated for things that may be perceived as one thing, and when it comes to street politics, it's another. So it's very interesting to hear this, and whatever it may be, Duse, I pray that the truth come to light for with any situation, so everybody can have rest on that situation.
Well, I really definitely appreciate that. And I know what you're saying for people to hear. The LA shot caller say that sounded weird as fuck when Wack 100 said, I'm first going to destroy Big U's character with my homegirl SKG. Then I'm going after those contracts. That audio will be submitted. Oh, yeah. Well, because that's his defense, that he was targeted by these federal confidential sources. The federal government made it very clear that because he didn't break and fold and didn't work with with law enforcement to help them arrest people, he's into intervention and crime prevention. That's before the crime happened, putting out fires. Once the crime happened, that's police work. they don't get into that. Now, they do train them to make sure that they secure the perimeter when fire department's called out because somebody's being shot, or keeping families and people away from trying to give water to people who's been shot because they're saying they're thirsty, knowing that could make them pass away. Like, they're trained as first responders, but not to do police investigative work. Now, that's what they're arguing Big U and Developing Options didn't do as they should have, as the grid training book obligates them to when they take those federal funds. The state wasn't even tripping, man. But in any event, I think that but that's definitely gonna be evidence submitted. I can promise you that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the defense. We understand that that's one of the main things. Obviously, it's these dudes are afraid of him, all of his enemies. That's why they were all working with him. Wack is buddies with all of the informants on this case. Yeah, he's me and you fall out, y'all. In April 2025. In May 2025, your investigation by the FBI and the IRS and all these other agencies starts. And all of the dudes that come up under you, that know you, that's working with the law, oh, they're my friends too. And they tell me that they're lining you up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Nigga, you that's why he surrounds himself with 6ix9ines and all of these rats, because he turns them into weapons and sicks them on his enemies, bro. That's why he utilizes them. Thank you again, though, Tartan Mystic. But let's get into this. Mika really got into this shit, and I'm not even gonna lie, Mika did her shit, and a lot of people act like they didn't know, like Mika didn't know what she was talking about. I think they probably threatened Mika, bro. You know what I'm saying? So let's go to, I think it was this one. Why is Black Sam lying? This was Mika. Let's get into it now. Mika Love, go subscribe to Mika Love if you haven't subscribed. She definitely got some insight on this.
It seemed like I said, oh yeah, Big U did that, Big U did that. No, I definitely felt he did it in the moment. I'm like, oh shit, Big U sent that. That's what I felt.
And I felt the same thing when I was in the pen, because that's just the first thing. I didn't have no information is, but just coming from structure, a lot of times that type of shit ain't gonna happen unless niggas that's in higher up positions okay it. But you have anomalies. You have renegades who don't respect or give a fuck about nothing, especially when people done put him in the hospital, jumped on him, accused him of being a rat, other things. You might hear some of those other things by Mika Love. Let's go.
So for all the bloggers to post that and make it like I said, Big U actually did it, like that's what I feel, that's what LA is saying, you know, that's wrong for y'all to do that. So now I feel like I'm gonna just say what I need. I'm gonna say all the facts now and let y'all want to know how I feel. I'm gonna let y'all know exactly how I feel right now in this moment. You feel me? What I believe is, if you're asking my personal opinion, I do not believe that there was ever any type of hit going on with Nipsey at all. I don't believe that. I believe that Eric Holder had a personal situation with Nipsey again, right? Now, and I'm going to tell y'all why. I really want to shed light on what people are not talking about, because the world thinks that Nipsey's death is surrounded by Big U and all this other stuff. It's really something way different than what y'all think. And I'm gonna guide y'all through it in these next couple of lives. You feel me? Like I said, people need to understand who Westwood is from 6-0. Y'all don't know who Westwood is? Go do y'all research. Westwood, that's my whole.
Westwood and Shitty Cuz were best friends. Westwood hanging with Shitty Cuz, when we just heard what type of gunner Shitty Cuz was, you could kind of imagine what type of shit Westwood was on. So let's go.
Whole purpose for my lives. I'm not worried about who's snitching. I'm not worried about who doing X, Y, and Z. I need y'all to understand who Westwood is, because what happened to Westwood was some scandalous stuff, I feel, in my opinion. So I just want to shed a little light on it, because and give y'all the facts that, or the information that I know, and let y'all come to your own conclusions, right? So getting back to the topic. Black Sam said that they didn't know each other. Again, they went to school together, right? On top of them going to school together, one of Nipsey's right-hand men in current times, or around the time when he died and he was rapping, was J Stone, right? J Stone, like this, signed to his label. He's with him every day. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh-wee. This is getting nasty, man. Just Bear finding 650 said, bro, it's his store. He's coming with security all the time? Question mark. Highly doubtful. People get comfortable, especially in their home, at their businesses, especially with a lot of other people around, or especially when they're always around, especially when they're so loved in their community. And getting that kind of comfortable does also make you vulnerable. Let's go.
I'm saying that this is his boy. So therefore, I feel like if J Stone is Nip's everyday boy, stuff like that, then that means you privy to basically his in and outs, because the nigga is with you all the time, right? So therefore, you should have understanding to who he's dealing with, right? So if Nipsey and J Stone is best friends or close friends, super close friends, right? Then Nip should know that J Stone co-defendants, he did a robbery with 2 other niggas, and the 2 dudes that he did the robbery with was Shitty and Westwood.
Now, I don't think that y'all can deny that she know what the fuck she talking about. There was a robbery with someone very close to Nipsey Hussle. She said J Stone, who's a rapper with All Money In, right? Westwood and Shitty Cuz. So these people know each other. They get cracked on the lick. Let's hear what else she said.
So if J Stone's Cody's is Shitty and Westwood and Westwood and J Stone was everyday dudes too. Like they was like every day, like they was crimees. You know what I'm saying? So if J Stone, Shitty, and Westwood was together and they was crimees, I'm pretty sure Nip was privy to that. You know what I'm saying? So for Black Sam to just sit there and say he didn't know nothing about him, he just he put it like, he said, basically he was just like, yeah, you know, we had spots in the hood, and you know, we watched certain dudes grow up, and he kind of like blasted it off, like, you know, like he was just a random dude.
Now that is crazy. And the fact that Black Sam is acting like in his interview with Big Boy as if he didn't know Shitty Cuz. Like he was just a random dude. Like Nipsey didn't know Shitty Cuz. But if y'all listen to the boy Cowboy, he said as soon as he pulled up in the car with the girl, Nipsey said, I wonder how this is finna turn out. He immediately knew who he was. So this is just really strange that they're playing this dumb about who this nigga is and pointing fingers elsewhere as if he was sent by somebody else. Sound like these niggas might have a motive or something.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
And he don't really know who he was,
Could
which
be
I
tricky,
just
bro.
don't believe that, right? So now I'm about to take y'all back. Now that we understand, now that y'all understand why I feel like Black Sam lied about that, why, and that he actually did lie about the 6-0s not selling no red shirts nowhere. That was just like, why even lie about that? So now let me take y'all back to the beginning, right? So have y'all ever heard, going back to Westwood, Shitty, and J Stone. I'm gonna say this again. They did a robbery together, right? They committed a robbery together. J Stone and Shitty get locked up. They get caught and they get locked up. But Westwood got away. Westwood is the only one that got away. He got away and he went into hiding. You feel me? The only person knew where he was at was J Stone. That's the only person knew where he was at. And mind you, this is all information that I'm getting from my sources. You feel me? So my sources are telling me the only person that knew where he was at, allegedly, was J Stone, right? And all of this is coming from Westwood. Before he died, this is what Westwood was telling people.
Do you hear what she just said, Yael?
Yeah, bro.
Well, I'm going to just let her say that, and I'm not going to even comment on it. But
no, you will not do that, brother. We have a duty to give the people the true gospel, which is the truth. Brother, you cannot hide from this. You cannot hide from this, brother.
Well, what she's saying is that Westwood was telling people, and obviously these people that Westwood was telling this to, she's been talking to.
Right.
And he's telling people that he got away on the robbery, Shitty got cracked, and this other nigga J Stone got cracked. Right?
Right.
And he's telling them the only people that knew where he was at
was J Stone.
Yeah. That's implicating that maybe J Stone gave up where he was at to somebody or maybe even the police. Let me hear this story, man. Let's go.
He goes, so Westwood got away. He went into hiding. The only person knew where he was at was J Stone. So after a couple of days or whatever, they went and gaffled Westwood from where he was hiding at. Westwood said out of his own mouth that he kind of was like, dang, how they know where I'm at? You know what I'm saying? The only person who I was at was J Stone. And he didn't put it on J Stone at the time because he didn't want to think like that. So he just like, man, whatever. So he gets locked up, right? J Stone and Westwood bail out. Mind you, Westwood is a reputable dude from 6-0. He don't have no smut on his name. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of like a bully over there. And anybody that's from the area know who I'm talking about when I say Westwood. He was a bully over there, and like a lot of dudes, he stronged on a lot of situations and stuff like that. You know, so basically he wasn't no pushover. He wasn't no small name or nothing like that, right? So, anyways, Westwood and J Stone bail out, right? Shitty didn't bail out. He the only one couldn't bail out. I don't know if he didn't have no money, whatever. He didn't bail out. So these two dudes fighting their case from the street. Westwood get him a lawyer. Westwood lawyer going back and forth to court. You feel me? And allegedly, this is what Westwood said before he died. He said his lawyer came to him and told him, bro, there's somebody, one of your co-defendants is making a statement on you. And he said, the one that's making a statement is J Stone. So, and mind you, this is all, at this point, this is alleged because even though this conversation did come straight from...
Look, bro, it's getting nasty. Look, spiritual gangster Miss Tanya. She said, Big U was involved, period. Holder was sent, and it was layers to devils, including the police, many demons.
Hey.
How you just gonna say Big U was involved, period. You just want Big U to be involved.
Come on.
Even though he been under investigation since 2011, right? Then another investigation that he's in jail for right now. Because remember, 2011, the Black Sam buses in the air, they're watching them, investigations, right? He been under investigation up since then. Then, you know, after they don't find you and convict you of a crime or something, in that period investigations in, they're allotted only so much money per investigation, unless it's a murder. On a murder, because it has no statutes of limitation, they can continue to fund murder investigations and justify taking taxpayers' money. See, spiritual gangster, I know you speaking from what you feel, but emotions change just like the seasons. What we speaking on is the facts of the case. So, after being under investigation from that case, it wasn't too long after that they investigated Nipsey homicide, any calls made to and fro, and each and every stone that they could turn up to try to find out if somebody was connected to Shitty on this. I'm gonna tell you something, Miss Tanya. Maybe you don't know, but when the video we watched and they was talking about he felt alienated, talk about Shitty because his crew wasn't around no more. One of the dudes, one of the crew that they were talking about is this gangster Westwood that she talking about. So keep that in mind. What's up, bro?
Before, you know, some people get shot out before you could correct them and then direct them. Listen, mods, we understand we have trolls. We understand everybody isn't privy of learning wisdom and understanding our learning at certain levels. Let us correct them first. And then if need be, we'll direct them up out of here. But before you quick to shoot somebody, let Duse and myself give them some correction, because some people are just foolish in their understanding at that point. Until they get corrected, then they might see it from a different perspective. So don't, if they haven't disrespected the flags and disrespected the Damu Kiwe, disrespected Duse himself and myself, calling us out of our names and derogatory terminologies, let us correct them first. Then if we feel need be, they can get directed also. I land on that.
Hey man, appreciate that, brother. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back to this. But yeah, sister, I know you you sound like you're very emotional, and I understand that. That's how I felt about Nipsey Hussle. Just what he symbolized. Never got to meet that. Never got to one of the resentments in my life that I never got to meet that. But his spirit continued to gravitate in my life, not just through the music that he said, but the breadcrumbs that he left about how to generate money on the independent game in entertainment, in merchandising, economic independence, the need to formulate a black mafia. See, these are the things that I commiserated with a man that I never met, a kindred spirit type in some way. So I feel like I know him too, and he was, after Ice Cube, my favorite South Central LA rapper ever. But we sticking to the facts here, sister. Let's go.
From Westwood. Westwood died before he was able to produce any type of paperwork. So I'm not, so this is, yes, this is alleged. So, because I haven't seen no paperwork, I don't want to see no paperwork. I'm just bringing y'all the information. So, yeah, so the lawyer told Westwood, yeah, the person that's telling on you is J Stone. Feel me? So Westwood, mind you, when you fight in a case, you don't get no paperwork until after they done with the case. Then you get like, you know, you could be like, look, this nigga in my paperwork, da, da, da. But when you fight in the case, you have to wait. You feel me? So while they're fighting it, Westwood, he started to like go live and say like troll and do like little stuff like oh yeah, niggas is snitches, and that's just who he was, because he, like I said, he was like a bully type dude, you know what I'm saying? So he like, yeah, niggas is snitches, doo-doo-doo. So allegedly, if J Stone was telling, like Westwood was saying, and he watching these lives, and Westwood is, you know, saying little stuff and basically throwing subliminals that like, yeah, nigga, I know it's you. I know you telling, you know, that could make somebody uneasy, right? So at that point, a little bit further down, as he continued to fight his case or whatever, he told people close to him, like that night, my sources tell me he was the night he died, he was supposed to meet somebody, right? He was supposed to meet up with somebody he was close to or whatever. He told them, okay, hold on, I just got to go make this play real fast. You know, in LA, a play could be anything, you know, any type of money play, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. He said, I got to go make this play real fast. So Westwood was the type of dude that he used to hike a lot, you know, go on them trips.
Hey, Yayo, we both went to Mika page. Can you hit Mika and see what she doing? If she ain't live or nothing and she ain't busy, tell her, does she want to come up on her? We invite her to come speak on this.
I'll hit her right now in the back channel on the gram.
Trails and stuff like that. So
a new coach and a game to get to, and
so he never made it to meet who he was trying to go see. He never made it. Because a couple days later or whatever, they found Westwood dead on one of those trails that he liked to walk on under a rock with a bullet in his head and a gun next to him.
Yeah.
And it was like fiends, like old people, bums and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So this was like 2018. Westwood died. So anyways, and then the police ruled it out as a suicide. So that's that. But it didn't make a lot of sense to the people that.
Hey, wow. Sean said that dude was not Big U's family. So that kind of debunks what the other narrative old girl was trying to just throw out there. Why people just throw things out there? Don't y'all understand that those implications, when you spread them publicly, cause other people to believe these same misconceptions about what happened and threaten people, point fingers at people, have their family get death threats and all kind of shit. That shit is reckless. Now that dude wasn't even related to Big U, but y'all saying he Big U sent them to get a shirt. Nasty work.
That was close to him, you know what I'm saying? Because Westwood, at the time, why would he say he about to go, let me go make this play real fast, and he's supposed to go meet somebody, right? And he said, let me go make this play real fast. You feel me? And then go take his own life. You know, that's what they said. They said he took his own life. To me, if you ask my personal opinion, it just sounds kind of Mickey to me. I don't know if I would be able to believe that.
You're looking out, Mike.
So moving forward, and I'm sorry, y'all. I went too fast. So before he was supposed to meet his friend, right? He actually brought the snitch allegations to some people from 6-0. I ain't gonna say no names, but he brought this information to some people from 6-0, and he was like, "Look, bro, the homie telling on me allegedly, because again, I haven't seen anything, but this is what Westwood is saying." And at this time, this is coming straight from Westwood, because this is a story that he told before he died. He said he took it to some people from his hood. He let them know, like, hey, this was happening, and they wasn't really feeling that what he was putting down. You know, basically saying that J Stone was ratting or whatever. So again, then moving forward, he was supposed to meet his peoples and wind up not making it, and they found him dead on the trail. That's how that went. So after that, like I said, the family and people close to him they didn't believe it. It sounded kind of crazy, and it did, and it do. So after that, the case that they were fighting, it just out of nowhere just disappeared. Like it just got dismissed out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And Shitty wound up getting out of jail. Eric Holder got out of jail because he was still in jail fighting it. Remember, I told y'all J Stone and Westwood bailed out. Feel me? So Shitty gets out of jail, right? And that's when he goes to go visit Nip on Slauson, the day of Nip's demise. So when he go visit Nip, so like I said, this information is coming from the camps of the other side. You know what I'm saying? And so they said basically, Eric Holder wanted to go approach Nip about J Stone's allegedly telling on him, because it's told to me that the snitch allegations that was on Eric Holder was coming out of Nip's camp. Like they were the ones putting that out, pushing that. You feel me? And so basically Eric Holder pulls up. He goes, like I said, he does go initially anyway. He saw that Nip was there or whatever. He approached Nip, and like y'all heard Black Sam say, there was no argument. There was no like scuffle or nothing like that. So people be like I said, people say, oh, Nip was like, nigga, you gotta go clean that up. You gotta go, get that together. Go clear your name up. How did that happen when Black Sam said out his own mouth, there was no loud talking, there was no argument or nothing like that? So to me, what was explained to me and what made the most sense to me is Eric Holder went over there and approached Nip and said, hey, bro, like, I ain't the one snitching on that case, right? Because that's what was trying to get put out for him about, to him. And Nip kind of like blased it off, like yeah, like, man, I ain't trying to hear that. Feel me? And what I know and what a lot of street people from LA know is that Eric Holder was an active nigga in the streets for real. You know what I'm saying? So once he blasted him off, he said basically in his head he thinking like, you know what, they ain't about to get me up out of here like allegedly Westwood got done. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to end up like Westwood allegedly. So he goes and he like, I'm gonna get this nigga first before they get me, because you gotta think what's going through Eric Holder's mind at the time. What's going through Shitty mind? You feel me?
Hey, real quick. Money Inc. says Big U is on the New Jersey Fed case, picture and all. They had all the 60s. They had all gang members, but Big U, yeah, they did have a picture of Big U in that indictment. I got the indictment. Stop believing these dudes' narrative. I could be under investigation right now and then get indicted, and you took a picture with me just because I seen you out at the beach or we're headed to a club and some people that I know, but you not doing any crimes. That don't make you a part of my indictment. They might mention that Money Inc. is the CEO of Money Inc. Company, et cetera, and he's supposed to be a big money getter. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're on the indictment, bro. You were seen and discovered during the investigation, and it was noted who you were. That's it. Doesn't mean you did a crime. You don't remember, you don't do crime. Doesn't mean nothing, bro. So no, he was not on the New Jersey Fed case. I talked to Freak, the top dude of that RICO. Twice I talked to him, and other dudes. Big U name is not up on that. Let's go.
Allegedly,
and I got to work.
If this is actually what happened with the Westwood situation, if Westwood brought this up to certain people and he said, look, J Stone is making statements on me on my case, you feel me? Then he come up missing, allegedly, if that's what it is, they said he killed himself, whatever, right? He unalived himself. However, but when you looking at it, how shitty looking at it, like, bro, he brought it up. He got out the way. They got him out the way, whatever. Now I brought it up. Nip blase me off. Y'all ain't about to get me out the way because I brought it up. I'm gonna get you before you get me. And that's what a real active nigga gonna think like, bro. I'm not gonna be a.
Hey, Garrett Crawford, salute. He say, why is the rich grinder going in? Y'all know each other in the streets, or he just YouTube beefing? I've never met that dude a day in my life. I don't be on the grinder app. I don't swing on that side of the fence. And I don't get into violent disagreements and battles with people that, you know, with bent wrists, my nigga. That's called a hate crime in America. You know what I'm saying? But salute to that brother, the rich grinder. You know, we support him coming on out. He's having a midlife crisis. You know what I'm saying?
The rich grinder is crazy. That's diabolical, brother.
Bro, he just wanted us to say his name. So you got it. All right. Now we're gonna send torpedoes and make sure you want the attention you want to get. You attention-seeking whore. Just like an attention-seeking bitch. You wanted the attention. Now we're going to send missiles and make sure you get the right attention. Fuck, boy. Should have never got on the internet false flagging like you was from Rolling 60s. Once you got exposed from that and let everybody know that you really wasn't from that, then you shouldn't have got caught talking about you don't suck dick. You eat dick. You know what I'm saying? On Rich Grinder, nigga. That's what his text message to his probable date on Rich Grinder said, nigga. I guess, like, say you on a date nap or something, and she like, but damn, nigga, do you eat pussy? And you like, yeah, I lick the shit up the lining up out between your legs, right? That I guess the nigga asked the Rich Grinder, do you suck cock? And the nigga said, I eat cock. How we gonna be beefing with a nigga like that? We are not the same.
I'm not beefing with no man that like grinder on man, okay?
Hey, listen, man. It was a reason he moved to Atlanta from LA, and I got a good indication of why. Let's go.
Be a sitting duck. You know, that's basically him checking the temperature. You know, like, let me bring this up and see what's the word on that. You know what I'm saying? And the temperature didn't check out. You know what I'm saying? So then he goes back. He went over there with no shirt on. That him going with no shirt on is letting them know, like, look, I'm not a threat. I'm just coming to talk, to let you see I don't have a strap on me. You know what I'm saying? So then he goes back to the car and he comes back with a shirt on. I don't think that the color of the shirt really meant anything, like how Sam was trying to put it. You know, that like how, to me, how Sam was trying to put it was like somebody hired him and told him to wear a red shirt. I don't think that that's what happened, because I just think that if the red shirt was intentional, it was intentional by Shitty himself. Not nobody told him to do it. Like, Shitty probably was like, let me do a red shirt, so because I do want to get away with it. You know what I'm saying? So if they think about it, they could think it's a blood did it or something like that. But I don't think it's anything more than that. You know what I'm saying? I think that so basically, yeah, so he get the red shirt. It could have been a red shirt, blue shirt, black shirt. The shirt was basically to cover the guns as he's walking back, feel me? In my opinion. And so when he gets over there, first of all, he takes a 9mm and he takes a revolver. You know what I'm saying? A 9mm and a revolver. So bro came over there with 2 burners. You know what I'm saying? They was just sitting in the car. You feel me? So if the 2 burners was sitting in the car, that means he already came over there to crash out. So that means his initial going over there to talk to Nipsey, you feel what I'm saying, was just to see if it was gonna go another way. Like, if Nip was gonna be like, you know what, Yeah, bro, let me holler at woo woo. Allegedly, if Jay Stone did tell or whatever, then Eric Holder is basically just trying to tell him, like, bro, let me see if we could talk this out as, you know, as men, as hustlers, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, once he seen that he couldn't talk it out, bro already came ready for the bullshit, because he knew if niggas ain't, you know, on the type of time that I want them to be on, then I'm gonna get on the type of time that they, you know what I'm saying? That I'm gonna get on. So I feel like that's why he had everything waiting in the car. That's why he had the conversation first. That's why he went back to the car when it didn't go his way, or he didn't like the temperature that he checked. He went back to the car. He had a 9 and a revolver, bro. A 9 and a
real quick, Andrew Blackson III said, if Nipsey had paperwork on him, meaning shift. Oh, you said if it was paperwork on Nipsey or if it was paperwork on Shitty. Which one? You said it would have surfaced now? Not necessarily, bro. I've seen decades where paperwork don't surface, bro. People hide it. People get paid to hide it. All kind of shit. But even more than that, we talking about a lot of shit without seeing the actual paperwork. So it's speculations, you know what I'm saying? And what it appears to be in Shitty case, till today, they still ain't producing no paperwork on him. What part of the game is that? You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
and a revolver, because first of all, when he left the scene, when he was first at the scene, you know what I'm saying? It was cool. But then he leaves and he come back. Now he's ready to crash, because when he's coming back, this is a whole nother scene. This is not the same scene that he checked, and he knew where all the players were at. He knew that niggas didn't have no burner. This is a different scene. So now that he's coming back with the 2 burners, he really ready to crash. You know what I'm saying? So when he pulls up, bro, the first thing he do, he shoot the dude Kenneth. Boom, shot him in the stomach. The next thing he did was shoot Kenneth's nephew. Boom, shot him. And then he turns and shoot Nips 5 times. You feel what I'm saying? And the reason why he shot the 2 niggas is because, like I said, when he left, them niggas wasn't right there. When he came back, them niggas was right there. So he don't know if these niggas is working for Nip. He don't know if these niggas is holding, but he came to crash though. So he like, boom, you, get you out the way fast. Then he goes straight to Nip. Boom, 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 boom. 5 times. Then he stand over him and give him a headshot, bro. Then he kicks him in the head. Bro, if that's not personal, I don't know what is. So therefore, while people sitting there talking about, oh yeah, Big U probably called her and told her. First of all, I don't have any connections to Big U. I don't have a phone. I don't have a direct line. I can't talk to him. He can't call me. I don't have that. I've never spoken to Big U ever. So therefore, no, that's not what this is. It's common sense, bro. And it's also what I already knew that I just was trying not to speak on. But you tell me, if somebody, if it was a hit, and I heard Wack 100 say this, bro, and I don't like that man, but I gotta be with him when he right, you know, because I ain't making nothing up. He even said, bro, if it's a hit, bro, it's not gonna be no coming and going. You've been set or hired or whatever you want to call it to do a hit. You're gonna go do the job and get on. It ain't gonna be no, oh yeah, what's up, whoop de whoop de whoop, and then leave and come back. It's none of that. And then let's just say, if you don't want to believe that, you feel like that's stretching, bro. What's happening is, if it's a hit, you're gonna get the job done and you're gonna get on. You're not gonna shoot somebody 5 times, then stand over him, shoot him in the head, and then kick him in the head after that. That's very, very personal, bro. And to me, that corroborates the information that I received, that basically Nip was the head nigga that he was supposed to go holler at, as far as Jay Stone allegedly telling on Westwood and Shitty on that case. And Nip basically was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I ain't trying to hear that. And basically, and for lack of a better, he's covering up for Jay Stone.
This is not Keita. This is Mika Love. This the one that put the 3 fingers up and 3 finger back. Come hither. That's her. Keita is a girl who was from trouble. I don't know her standing right now, but she's a piece of shit. Always try to use Big U name, her and her mama, as if they're related. And she did at some point work for Big U. I guess he employed her, and he had a love for her mother, but he stopped fucking with them, and then I guess they just looking for handouts and clout. They start messing with CS2 back. But yeah, this Mika Love, not Keita. Let's go.
That's Mika. Hey, Mika put it in my pika.
Hey, and the crazy shit is all these motherfuckers who used to fuck with Big U still try to use his name. So when y'all be hearing people say, I'm Big U's cousin, I'm Big U's auntie, I'm Big U's sister, you got to really clarify that shit, because these people he might not have been fucking with them 15, 20 years, and they still use his name. Let's go.
So, allegedly, if he did snitch or whatever, if he was talking, if he made a statement, you know, that's at the end all be all, that's what he was doing, if that's what happened, right? Right? So that is a personal thing. And then you got to think what was going through shitty head at the time, bro. Like I said, he coming back, he like, forget that, bro. You're not gonna do me like Westwood got done allegedly. So therefore, nigga, my friend dead.
That's what it is.
It's very personal for him, is what I'm trying to say.
That's what it sounds like.
So then he leaves and get on. You know what I'm saying? So after that, I do feel like Black Sam. At first, the more I did my digging on this situation, I do feel like Black Sam.
Hey, wait. Hey, cut different. How does that mean he was sent by the government? What has attachment to the government in that? Please help me understand, because that was my theory from the get-go. After I initially thought it was Big U, was these white people figured this dude was too strong mentally and a leader, and they assassinated him. Right? They sent somebody to do him like they did do all of our leaders. But just by what Mika said, right? Let me hear what makes you, because this sends me by what Mika saying down a whole nother lane, right? To believe a whole nother thing. How is what she said sends you that the government, that Eric was sent by the government thing? Please explain that to me. Yeah.
We got a super chat.
Okay, let's get to it.
We got Always Positive with the 1999, and it states, that happens all the time. The nigga that snitch point the finger at someone else, and people believe it because they got the money. Even when facts say one thing, a lot of people go with the ones they cool with. I should know because I'm experiencing that right now. Hey, salute to Always Positive with the 1999 super chat. Anything and everything that is given to the Damu Kiwe Conversation is highly appreciated. Salute to you, your family, and your tribe, King.
Oh yeah, man. Salute, and we really appreciate that. And you're right, this is hearsay. But I'm gonna be honest, it's hearsay that's consistent with what I've been hearing from in the streets once I got out of the penitentiary, and even some of the dudes in the penitentiary. But hold on, they said, Fred Henry, lady, you sound stupid. Talk about something that's positive. What are you talking about? Fred Henry, you can't decipher what she's talking about, the name she's saying, the incident as she explained it, the mentality of people in these type of situations. I'm sorry you can't relate, bro. I think she was very articulate. I mean, if you don't buy it, I get that, to each his own, but she definitely was pretty clear. It wasn't like she was all over the place where you couldn't keep up. Tall left coast jokers sound like y'all from country bunky land. Be trying to say big words and be sounding illiterate. Preston McCray, tall left coast jokers. Hey, Preston McCray, I'm glad that you said we be sounding illiterate, man. That was hilarious. Jokers, tall left coast jokers. Why do I keep talking about Nipsey Hussle? Can a man rest in peace? Why do you keep talking about Nipsey Hussle? Well, I'm quite sure that Nipsey Hussle will want his legacy to keep going, and he will want the facts surrounding his death to be known, not to get people arrested, but maybe to help keep his legacy alive, as well as help his people find some kind of solace, right? Mourning, help them to end the mourning. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to it. Hold on. Mike B said, what sounds like speculation? Oh, he talking to, oh boy, yeah. Oh boy, he said it sounds like speculation.
He has to know
It
about
can
this
sound like
information.
speculation.
If J Stone did make a statement on Westwood and Shitty, Black Sam has to know about this. He has to. So I feel like when he's doing these interviews, he's not being clear or concise about what he's trying to say. So, and it's a reason for that. Like, why are you trying to paint a picture that Nip halfway knew Shitty? Why don't you want people to make that connection with Shitty? Is it because people are not trying to let us know that there was a connection, so then we could see how close J Stone was? Like, if the alleged snitch conversation come up when it pertaining to J Stone, Shitty, and Westwood, you know, it will make so much sense to us. Is that why they're trying to keep them apart? I don't know, but it's just weird that they're.
Good question, Money. I'm not sure if this is a different robbery or the same robbery. But I think we definitely gonna be looking into that. Since it's on the internet, we definitely gonna do follow-ups. We definitely finna be pulling up all this paperwork that's available. So we're gonna get to this. This ain't the last y'all heard of it. Let's go.
They're trying to do that, you know what I'm saying? Like, because why else? Why lie? You know what I'm saying? Why? And also pertaining to that, I don't know. I just don't believe nothing that they saying, bro. And like I
hey, Andrew Blackson III, that might be a good assessment. But if you know she used to date Westwood, that she still talks with Westwood's mom, who at last time I heard had went and filed a report with the police department. So all of this is finna be coming out. Andrew Blackson III. So what you want to think is just hearsay and what she believe. I can guarantee you that ain't just what she believe. She's been talking to some people, bro. Namely, Westwood's mama. Let's go.
Like I said, as far as Westwood go, I just think that's a horrible situation if that is what happened. If Westwood did get dealt with because supposedly J Stone told on him, I feel like that's so messed up, bro. Because now at this point in time, what I know, like, niggas in the 60s don't even talk about Westwood. Like, his name don't come up. They don't hold nothing for his birthdays. Like, they don't do nothing. And that's like why? This is a reputable dude from your hood. Like, I know certain niggas were scared of him. You know, he was trying to like make peace treaties in the 6-0s and stuff like that. Like, why wouldn't people celebrate him? You know what I'm saying? Why? And this is just all like, it's all up in the air, but I'm very, very curious as to why. You know what I'm saying? If that's not the case, then like nothing else, like, what is it? Because one time I do remember Wack 100 getting into it with J Stone, and anybody on Clubhouse, y'all could tell me if y'all remember, but Wack 100 had got into it with J Stone before, right? And I remember they were like going back and forth a little bit. And like I said, Wack be talking some stuff, but a lot of times he's not that far from the truth, bro. He be saying some crazy stuff, but a lot of times he be knowing what he's talking about. He be far-fetched a lot, but sometimes he be right there, bro. But I remember he was getting into it with J Stone, and J-Stone was talking mess, and Wack told him, he said, hey, you better shut up before I start talking about all them dismissed cases you got. And that's all Wack had to tell him. And J-Stone shut up. We ain't heard nothing from J-Stone since. I know he locked up right now or whatever, but after that, he didn't say nothing else to Wack. He didn't. And I don't know how this man be having all this leverage on these people that he don't get along with, but it's crazy, bruh. But that, for me, remembering that situation, it just kind of corroborated the information that I received, you know, about this alleged paperwork that could be, you know, going on. I do, like I said, I do understand that, no, there has not been any paperwork that came up on Shitty, and there has not been any paperwork for J-Stone yet. However, the birdies are tweeting and they're saying that the paperwork supposedly exists for J-Stone. It just ain't came up yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, people have been trying to get it from the sources, but it hasn't surfaced. So nobody ain't seen no paperwork on J-Stone. So let's get that clear.
Yeah, it ain't clear, but after this, we gonna have to look this up. But damn, don't block me, cuz headshot with a kick is straight personal, period, G. No funny shit. No, it's definitely personal. You know what I'm saying? That's emotions. You know what I'm saying? When people is doing higher hits, they do the job and get away. It's business. This is hella personal. But I guess y'all don't see that part, huh?
So yeah, so after that, it's just like, if I don't know, if you got all of these dismissed cases, what are the dismissed cases that Wack is talking about? What are those, right? And why is he bringing it up? And okay, so I remember in like 2022, right? I was getting into it with this girl.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. Money Inc., man. So you mean to tell me you seen the video? Wait, you mean to tell me that you seen the video that the same 12 jurors and 2 alternate jurors seen, and the judge and the DA and the defense counsel, and you seen Shitty handing guns on video footage to a white man, and he only had he only had one toy. That's what you saying, that everybody else missed this in the video footage except you. Come on, Money Inc., man. Don't do that, my nigga. Don't do that, brother. 14 jurors, the judge, the stenographer, the defense attorney, and nobody spotted that but you and the conspiracy theorists on the internet. Come on, brother. Don't do that, brother. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Girl, you know what I'm saying? She got ties to 60s or whatever. And Wack 100 gave me a bunch of information on her to run on my platform, because we was going back and forth, we was going at it, right? And supposedly this girl she was like basically telling on, like, she's close. She called J-Stone her best friend. And he sent me this.
No, divine timing, you misunderstood what she said. She said that she definitely don't know exactly what happened. She wasn't there. But what she had said initially was, as soon as it happened, in her mind, the first thing that came to her mind, just like my mind, was Big U or one of these OG niggas had to clear that. This was their bag. This is a future leader for the young niggas that got support. It had to be up top. This is us thinking just how things usually occur. But you have anomalies. And she clarified that at the beginning of this video. But if it don't make sense to you, then I get it. If you're looking for contradiction, you definitely can find contradiction, even if a nigga blink too much. Let's go, man.
This like, and mind you, it's on. I'm actually gonna put another video together so y'all can know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna bring it up now because I still got all the stuff. But he sent me like this big like portfolio of screenshots and cases that this girl was basically sending around about J Stone and Nipsey. And it was one of the cases was involving a child. And like some cases was just J Stone, some cases was J Stone and Nipsey. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't know if these are the cases that he was talking about that got dismissed out of nowhere. And he like he just kept saying, Wack said that basically J Stone got a bunch of cases that just kept getting dismissed, and nobody knew why. Just like, and that kind of corroborated with the Westwood story. When he died, the case that they were all on just disappeared. It just got dismissed for some reason. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, like I said, it's alleged because we ain't seen no paperwork yet, but I will tell you how the CI system works. Like, you could go look up somebody's name right now. If they still working, it's not gonna come up. It's not gonna come up. So y'all can do all of that and whatever, because I'm not saying he told. I ain't seen no paperwork. This is just information that I received, and I'm giving it to y'all. However, a CI, I'm just telling you how the CI stuff works. When you are a CI and you still working, you've been working overtime, whatever, you're not going to be able to look that person up. I don't care where you go, it's not going to come up. It's not going to come up at all. So let's just throw that out there. So again, this is just crazy. Like I said, I'm going to look up these cases that Wack sent me from 2022, and I'm gonna see what they are and if they were dismissed, and I'll bring that back to y'all. But this is just really crazy, and it's unfortunate. A lot of people keep looking at the situation and they keep pointing toward somebody put Eric Holder up to what he did to Nipsey, and I just don't believe that to be true. I don't believe somebody put him up to it. I think it was very personal for him, and that's just that on that. Right now, I'm gonna put the hotline up for y'all. Hold on.
All right, that's it, man.
So I'm open up the hotline.
I gotta get some more hot and all of that. Yeah, you want to react to Mika's video? I guess they said she was live right now, so she probably didn't get back at you anyway. But they talk about Mika fingers as long as hell. That if Mika do a crime, they gonna fingerprint CS2 back asshole.
Hey, I want to say this though. Before I stuck it in her coochie, I let her put it in my booty. Hey, I told her, hey, listen, go ahead and touch my Gucci like I touch your coochie. And then, like, bring it to you, bring it back.
I'm with you on that, Frank. My bad. I just wanted to reply to Frank, man. Apologies, brother. Very impulsive. I really apologize.
Don't interrupt me when I'm conveying with my...
You right, CS2 back. You right.
With my brow. This my brow.
Okay.
Bro, what the fuck is brow? Did he say crowd as brow?
We ain't brow, yeah. BROWD. You know what I'm saying? Mike B. Okay. Damn, Johnny, I can't get the nasty visuals out. Selena, you envisioning that? You nasty as hell. Motherfucker said Mika said when she pulled out Wack ass, it was a glove and 3 church socks. It was the glove. Wait, was that OJ's glove?
Somebody said inner brother.
Selena, you bogus girl. Belina, you probably couldn't keep up. Some people don't understand big words. Oh yeah, the dude that said that I was illiterate. Yeah, I'm illiterate. Never know. I first thought government too. Frank, that's what I was thinking, bro. Long live Nip, Mike D. Salute. A glove and 3 church socks. That is nasty work. Selena, don't worry. You can just think about me. Wait. Hey, just. I see you really on Selena, but right now, I'm not sure you want to be receiving offers about what Selena's talking about, brother. If that's what you're into, let us go ahead and send you the link to a live from the Rich Grinder. You know what I'm saying? Right. Hold on. They putting Big U's name on this the way they put Suge's name on Pop. Yeah, that's a hell of a way. The case dropping out of nowhere, and after they released him, he went straight and did that. the way he went mute during the trial and after is unusual in the bus story. No, I think niggas that don't snitch, especially on hot ones, they don't talk, especially when you got appeals, and a long history of mental health. His appeal was just denied about 2 months, month and a half, 2 months ago. But there's so many different levels of appeal cut different. You got the local appellate court, then you got the state appellate court, then you got the California Supreme Court. Once you finish the California Supreme Court, you could put in your notice of appeal to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. From the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, you can appeal that again to a board of judges from the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeal, which is more than the regular people at the Ninth Circuit that initially sees your case. Then you can file certiorari to the United States Supreme Court. So, if you want to get out, that's not unusual to keep your mouth out and not keep your mouth closed and not talk about what happened to a case and reveal anything else, especially when you're trying to get a manslaughter. But the case dropping out of nowhere, and after they released him, well, you do realize that he was the only one still in jail, right? You do realize that, right? Westwood had already bailed out, and the other boy had already bailed out. So if that was unusual because he didn't have money to do it, and the case dropped, the way he went mute during trial, listen, bro, being mute during trial is more common than people speaking at trial because that shifts the burden. The burden of proof is on the government, the prosecution. So you have no obligation to testify at trial. They have to prove you guilty, not you have to defend yourself. And sometimes when you get up on that trial, I mean, it's a case-by-case business, a case-by-case decision, right? But most of the time, majority of the time, lawyers are going to advise, especially someone with a criminal history, because once you get up on that stand, any crime you ever did, any crime, you must tell the truth, or you not only would you get lying in court, but you could also incriminate yourself on the case that you're currently fighting. Because if they find that you're lying, say they talk about some shit you was never convicted of before, but you was investigated of that has no statutes of limitations, and they want to see you lie, because if you lie, the jurors ain't going to believe you on this case that you're on trial for. You really put yourself in a pickle. You know what I'm saying? It could do more harm than good. So yeah, a lot of people don't say nothing when they go through trial. Mika made CS2 backdoor purely uncomfortable with being three-fingering straight line cash ass up with Diddy oil. That wasn't Carl Winslow, that was Cash Jones. Lucy, Ashley, it's like he under MK. What's MK? You know what that is, y'all? Eric Holder could easily clear his big homie name of all these Nip accusations. Why do Big U got to clear his name, though? Andrew Blackson? Especially when you got people like y'all who are hell-bent on believing it no matter what. The local police, LAPD, investigated 150 to 200 police officers and detectives investigated what happened to that. They got letters from the president of the United States to get all of the resources necessary to try to find and secure anybody involved with that murder, right? Y'all still don't believe that? The feds just investigated them, and in the indictment say that they looked into it and could find no connection of Big U to that. And here you is talking about Big U. Big U should have Eric Holder easily clear his big homie name. But don't you think Eric Holder is still trying to get out? Why would he clear his name and just take the blame on himself, first and foremost? Second of all, I don't even think that Eric Holder ever had a conversation with Big U ever in his life. Not once. Not once. But you want him to say, fuck it, I'm fucked by appeal. I'm finna clear my G homie name. Cause they keep smearing them on the internet. Yes, cut heavy MK. What is MK, Mohill? Somebody just said that. I didn't know what it was. Mika 3 Fingers, alien anal probe, Wackisha, which caused her fingers to be long. Monique Hill, I thought I was the only one who saw that. Just got it. Huh?
It's the drug that the government, like, it's called MK Ultra, some shit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What is it, Maria?
Kind of like when, I don't know, but they use it so much in, like, you know, when the person has you under a spell, kind of. It's kind of like that.
Oh yeah,
You know, like the government and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be possible when it's proven that old boy. But that's really a conspiracy theory. Do you guys have proof of that? Let me. Y'all keep talking about what they ain't got proof of. Do you guys have proof of that? When it's proven that old boy was involved, we can say we agree to disagree because history of behavior is what it is. Eric is not going to do an interview, never. I wouldn't say never. Choose Mika, long ass fingers. Why would he do that and the whole gang turn on him for killing Nip? And who's he gonna call and tell? Ain't nobody from over there fucking with him. You not cut. He looked heavy under a trance. He looked heavy under a trance, even in court. There's a video of Big U knocking out Shitty at the club. It's interesting. No, that's not Shitty. And I'm not going to say the dude name, who that really is, but I've seen the picture of the dude that it really is, and I've seen the video at the club when the security jumped on Big U after he took off on the Samoan. When they jumped on Big U. That's not Shitty, bro. Wack listening, I won't be surprised if he act like he said all of this first. Yeah, he got priors to that. He got more priors than Richard. John G, too. I mean, I wrote graffiti all my life, so I carry around clothes every once in a while, all jokes aside. Gloves. Cash was practicing for Pinky 16 forefinger. Cameron, I just looked at your channel. Your writing is dope. 3 Finger Mika, poor Mika. Why y'all saying poor Mika? Mika fingers fuck, slap 100. I'm weak as fuck. Mika is a dirty birdie. Duse up there cracking up. No, because y'all over here trolling the Rich Grinder and Mika and Wack, y'all is on one. But we talk about some serious stuff with Nipsey and all this was Stone at the opening of the Marathon Burger. He been quiet. No, he in jail, Moonshay. Mika only allowed to eat finger foods that are relative. I'm done. Selena, she had the 2. I'm listening to you though, y'all. Hey, y'all. They said Money Inc. tripping. Wow. They all on the short bus. Wack is driving the bus and yelling at everyone. Loose Cannon is licking the windows and 600 is breaking the pencils. He had an itch camera on. I swear I thought my eyes seen the same thing. The white man is crazy work. These niggas delusional with the conspiracy. That's a wild statement. How you write that? Never ever talk to this girl, Mika. She would tell everyone your business. I don't think that's bad. What you call a piece just me said Deuce funny. And in that Bruce, yes, that's the type of info that Wack always has readily available. Rat info takes one to know one. Who, me? I'm just sitting here reading, G. Looked like Cuz threw a burner in that BMW when he ran past. Inglewood Legends, don't tell me they got you too, my nigga. Everything ain't what it always appears. Let me show y'all something, right? Say right now, we at we inside the Staples Center, and I got a stage, and I put a casket, a box, right on stage, and I put Yael in the box, right? And from y'all sitting in the front and sitting on the side, I grab my saw, and from y'all angle, it appears I'm sawing all the way through this box that Yael sat up in and closed and locked. But common sense tells you that if I was sawing through the middle of Yael with this saw and through that box, you would see blood start to squirt and leak from this box. That's just science. But it appears from your angle that this is what happened. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that's crazy. Money on bullshit. They want his lot of the people blow down on Dave and told Dave put Nip out that lot. Dave said, I can't, I'm not his landlord. We're partners. And this from Dave himself. And they put them out the lot. Okay, they put them out the lot. There was issues going on with that. What that got to do, what that got to do with Eric Holder knocking down Nip? Where's the tie, right? You can't say because these issues was up that necessarily had to do something with that. Probably assisted his hate towards Nip by someone stirring him up to get him to do it, like Nip talking shit, Nip blackballing you, etc. That could have been something. My fault, Mika, not quit Keita. But I said what I said. Jay Stalin, the rapper. Respect. I've been here. I was on the other channel. Kimbo Greedy, what's up? You laughing, you guilty by association. Selena, what if you eating around Mika and she just stick her fingers in your plate? What you gonna do? D-Boy Blues is a classic. Oakland, J Stone, just, oh, you cooking, brother. That sounds believable right there. Oh, okay, Kimbo. Y'all is crazy, man. Shot you out, doodle fingers in the fries. That's nasty. Damn pass around portfolio. Go look at the girl's statement at Trill. She said he got in the car with only one gun. He pulled it out in the car. When he came back to the car, he had two. Go read the paperwork. She didn't even know he had one gun at the beginning, Money Inc. She didn't know that he had no guns till he pulled them out. Either it's a higher power behind this or Nip said more to Eric Holder than we know. Only white dude in that video was Sam, homie. Shitty was definitely on the shit list. This was potentially a reckoning for him, mixed with his hate for Nip that was potentially gassed up. Frank, I'm tending to agree with your assessment at this point. Mika, your people, that's what's up. That's the homegirl. Mike D, Sam, the blackest nigga out here. R&B, you should have put your fist in Cash Ass by Andrew Black says salute. Corey Broke, Big U, Love Power, and Wack 100. Love talking, boasting, acting strong, being in everyone's business. Money, that white dude you see shit he had in the blower too. Was it John F. Kennedy? These niggas, hey, the chat is definitely where it's at, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, because that's where it's at. Yael is the voice. Yeah, he definitely is. Yael is crazy. I talk the dog. Tell him, y'all. Enter Brock.
Hey, what I did, hey, listen, this is what I did. I tried to get Mark. See, Mark knows. Ask Mark. Mark knows. No. Mark, I did. I talked to dog. Yeah, you talked to dog, all right.
Oh my God, man. Selena belongs to me. Thanks.
Nigga said Mark set the three-way up. No, he didn't, nigga. No, he didn't.
Man, now they said they seen the same thing that they see. So y'all all seen them pass the burner, but none of the jurors did. Y'all niggas is crazy, man. I wouldn't put it past you. Anything you want to add to this? Yeah?
Yep. Yeah, man.
You going out? Shout out to the Obama service that y'all got. No, ma'am, they gonna call me a rat then pressing charges if she even points towards me, nasty ass hand. And it's crazy that everyone pushing peace get locked up or murked. That's kind of like our reality is crazy then, because since we've been here, that's what's been happening. Is you back with us, bro? Because you kind of went out on us, brother. Fam West TV, salute. What you say will be held against you. That's why he quiet. Selena, that one. I ain't say he got to talk about the case. They said he ain't saying nothing since. You know, King. Okay, Yayo, the Obama connection is back.
Man.
Now, what you was going to say, y'all? Rest up, hustle, salute, King.
Hey, bro, you going to stop talking about my
Obama. Blue laces to the core. Salute, brother. What you was saying, brother?
What I was gonna say was this, bro. After hearing Mika and hearing this narrative attached to the whole situation, it's very interesting, and it sounds like some of the puzzle pieces are being placed together. And the fact that you got TS2 back, who always have some kind of information on his quote unquote ops. This is very interesting that he told Jay Stone at one point, hey, listen, hey, I think you should shut the fuck up before you don't want me to talk about them cases. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you got to question everything. You know, these are the rabbit holes some people scared to go down because it hits hard, you know, especially if you find out somebody that you know, like or look up to, or however you might viewpoint that, a mentor, you know, to come out to be something else, or a rapper or a friend that did something that goes against the code of ethics of what you stand on. And now your character is in question. You know, so that's always something people have to remember, because even biblical, it says your name is worth more than rubies and gold, gold and silver. And when you standing on principles and you standing on morals, this is why people look at you in that light, because that light is shed on your actions and your lifestyle and everything that you practice. You're preaching that exactly what they say. Don't practice. If you don't practice it, you can't preach it. So if you're preaching what you practice, then that's what your name is going to be attached to. So, you know, hearing everything Mika said about this individual, about that whole scenario, you know, rest in peace, Westwood. You know, anytime a person loses his life out here in these fields of the streets, and you didn't have no snitching on your name, you didn't have no peddled on your name, you didn't have no smut on your name, and you went out like a true soldier, you get a salute, man. Always get a salute. And salute to the incarcerated people that are in jail because of these snitches, whoever the snitches might be, you know. But one thing's for sure, this is just not going to be the last time y'all hear about this. We will dig and see what is unscathed when it comes to this paperwork. You know, salute to Mika for bringing out that content. Salute to the people that can, you know, articulate and chew the meat and spit out the bones. And hopefully all, you know, the truth comes out at the end.
Oh yeah. Well, we out of here. What time is it? It's 11. It's finna be 10 o'clock. So I'm gonna set up the private members only live. We gonna chop it up, introduce ourselves to y'all. Since everybody went ahead and subscribed in 30 minutes. Let me take the dogs out to use the restroom, then I'm gonna set it up. So members only, we will be live in 30 minutes. Stay tuned, turn on your notifications. Till the next time, and the West Coast is back. The voice of the West Coast.
Don't go back and forth with no nigga like tennis. If you from the hood, why you acting all timid? It's rap cap and they gon' pretend.